Warning! The following audio may contain coarse language and other material that may not be suitable for a younger audience. Viewer discretion is advised. Also, we may spoil anything and everything, so you have been warned.
But today, how's it going, everyone? Today with me on this episode of J-Taku, we're going to be talking about the spring season of 2014, the anime, that is. Not fashion, because I seem to be a little fashionably retarded? Impaired? I wear Hawaiian shirts all season, so take that as you will. But with me today, I have my co-host, I've been working all this time, Tristan Gallant from Glass Reflection.
Hello, Holden, and everyone.
My man, Alan from Baka Shift. That's him.
That's me.
Sarah from 42 Believer.
Hi.
And my man Ken bringing it full circle from Full Circle Anime Reviews.
Hi.
That was a nice segue there.
That's all I have.
Hi.
I couldn't come up with anything witty.
As I said, we're going to be taking a look at the 2014 spring anime season, and if you want to follow along, go to anychart.net/spring, and we'll have a link in the description as well if you're too lazy to type, or anychart.net/spring is just way outside your vocabulary, in which case I would understand. But Alan, you said that you have something to say about this first show, and so I would love to hear not only you say what it's called, because I have not the faintest idea, but I would love to hear what you have to say about it, since it is allegedly something profound.
It's not particularly profound. I mean, on the face value, Abarembo Kishi Matsu Taro is just another sports series. I love sports series, and it's a sports series about sumo wrestling, which I haven't seen before. But when I was looking up about it, the original manga this is based off is actually by the guy who did Ashita no Joe.
Oh wow, the original boxing anime, yeah.
The other boxing
manga, my
show,
bad.
other than Ippo.
Yeah, the other one.
The manga was between like 73 and 98, so it's kind of weird this is randomly getting an adaptation now.
Wait,
I haven't had
like
a chance to see
1973?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like, 73
It's pretty
to
old.
98, there's the manga that just came out.
Jeez.
And I'm just really looking forward to it because, I mean, I really do want to check out Ashita no Joe somewhere. I just haven't been able to, so I can see something else by the guy in the meantime.
This, though, I think what's interesting about this is it's tackling a sport, in this case, sumo wrestling, which I, for one, have not really seen portrayed in anime, or really anything for that matter.
I've never seen an anime about sumo wrestling before.
I've never seen anything about sumo wrestling. I think I saw it on ESPN once, and that was it.
There's a lot of like anime this season that are just about sports that just don't get animes.
Yeah.
Very
It's
true.
really weird.
Shout out to the never has been created hockey anime. Get on that, Japan.
Yeah,
seriously.
What about
I love
they
a
gotta
hockey
do an anime about
My God.
curling. No, curling.
No, but hockey.
Curling?
No, but the thing about hockey is
Curling.
like hockey's like a fucking huge sport, and it's never been animated. Like curling, yeah, it's a fucking stupid sport. But hockey, I've never seen hockey, and hockey's
I think there is a hockey anime. I just don't know what it's called.
As I said, I've never seen
Yeah,
it. If there
likewise.
is, please, we'd love to hear it, because that
Comment,
sounds
let
pretty
us know.
right up my alley, and Tristan's for sure.
Probably yes.
Go Maple Leafs.
Tristan, do you like curling?
I don't mind curling. I just don't follow it. If it was like I was sat down, tied to a chair, and forced to watch curling, I'd be like, I'm not even mad. But I don't go out of my way to watch curling.
It could be about the most
I don't
boring
think
sport in
I've-
the world. Would be good.
Like, I just feel like that's just like a Canadian thing. Like,
Nah,
specifically
hockey's
Canada.
much more of a Canadian thing. Although apparently, which doesn't
Yeah,
make sense to me, apparently lacrosse is the official sport of Canada for the spring and summer.
Really?
Yeah, and I'm just like, I know
That's
nobody that
weird.
actually cares about lacrosse at all.
Is there a lacrosse anime at all?
Probably not.
No, I
think
don't think
so.
anyone Japanese has even heard of lacrosse before.
Japan, lacrosse, get on it.
Get on it.
I don't think they've heard of lacrosse. I think that they'd be like, what the fuck is
I hadn't
lacrosse?
heard of lacrosse until I watched American Pie.
I thought lacrosse for a long time was that brand of clothing with a crocodile on it. And that's all it was. So, does anyone have anything else they would like to say about this? Because I'm not going to be watching it, because I don't know how long it's going to be. But I know my man, my fellow member of Team Hype,
It's going to
shall
be
watching.
25 episodes, apparently.
Really?
It's like the only show of all of these that's actually had a confirmed length so far.
Really?
Jeez, wow.
That's pretty
That's
interesting.
kind of
I can't wait. I think
Short
it's
sports
so
series
good.
are pretty much pretty good of a treat.
Well, there
from what
are
I
some
remember.
further down the list that don't even need a confirmed episode length. We know how long they're going for.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But moving on to the next one, we have Akuma no Riddle, and this one is by Diomeda, or Diomedia.
This is one of those shows that the image that I see here on the chart makes me feel like, oh, this is probably going to be one of those badass shows that actually isn't badass. And then I look at the tags and it says Yuri on it, and I'm like,
Yuri, yeah.
yep, that's
going to be.
what's gonna happen.
It's really interesting.
No, but that's what's gonna make it fascinating to watch.
Superficially,
For about
right?
5 minutes.
I thought, oh, this looks pretty amazing. Just because the artwork itself looks really good.
Mhm.
But what I thought was really interesting was that upon further, digging into it, you find out it's about 12 assassins trying to kill this one guy, or this one girl rather. And
Girls.
what I found really
Well,
interesting
then
about that was that it's such an exact number, like 12.
Mhm.
And so if this is a 12 episode
Well,
anime,
that's their premise, man.
yeah, and it's just like
Oh, God.
yeah.
It's gonna
if
be
it
episode
plays
12,
out the way I think it would be,
time.
Well,
it would be an assassin an episode.
based
and I'm
on
like, wow,
that description and that
crazy.
image, it reminds me slightly of Future Diary. In a
I
way.
could see that. Yeah,
No, yeah, I can-
more
I can see
straightforward, I
it.
can
Yeah.
imagine.
And hopefully with not
Yeah.
Deus Ex Machina bullshit near the end, yeah.
I saw the picture and read the tags and thought it was just going to be Iki
Literally.
Tucson with lesbians.
Probably. That could also
I'd be down for that. I'd be down.
I would watch that. I would watch that.
I'll play the
That
I have
sounds
no
solo.
problem watching that.
Yeah, I would.
One would
I'd be all
argue
over
possibly
that.
that Ikitosen already had lesbians in it, but whatever.
But
Oh,
I
and
wouldn't.
Maybe it's actually like not about fighting at all, and it is just about riddles.
Well,
It's just
that'd be-
12
what
assassins
if-
that kill people with
what-
riddles.
What if they're-
Totally.
What if they're like
Totally.
all like the Riddler and they're like, riddle me this? And
Riddle me this.
And then I would punch someone in the face.
That would be
man.
so good.
I would actually be more inclined to
So
watch
bad.
it if it was just 12 episodes of a girl dressed up as a Riddler in a
Riddle.
different color. Going, riddle me this,
It's
motherfucker.
basically just it's Akuma from Street Fighter. He's the head of these 12.
I know, right? You have fucking,
my
He's
God.
just riddling everyone.
and then just Ryu comes in at the last episode. And he's like, "Oh, what the fuck you doing here?" And then it's over.
Riddle me this.
But no, it's made by the people who, for like Diomedia, they made Champione and The Problem Children Coming from Another World, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
It's a studio that's
They also
fairly
made-
new, but I do see potential in them. So I do.
They also made Ikamusume. if
Yeah.
I'm not
Yes. No.
mistaken.
Yeah. They did. You are not mistaken. They did make Ikamusume. So there's that.
So,
Oh, God.
There's that 1% chance that
It might
have
be.
Squid Girl in
That
it.
might be Ikamusume.
Ikamusume will just make a cameo. She's like Degaso, and then she'll be gone.
Yeah.
There and gone.
She'll be like calamari deaths, and then she'll leave.
Karamari Dagaso.
That'd be perfect.
Dagaso.
Going on to the next one, which is Altair Eska Lage Tasugoi no Sora Renkinjutsu Shi,
Bravo.
which is already setting off flags, because Renkinjutsu Shi, for all you non-white people who are trying to learn Japanese, Renkinjutsu Shi means alchemist.
Oh, damn.
For instance, Full Metal Alchemist is Hagane no Renkinjutsu Shi.
Yes.
And so this is about alchemists. And
Yeah.
immediately I was like, yes.
Well, the biggest thing about this, I'm not that excited about it. It's just based on that really popular series of JRPGs, the Atelier series.
Yes, which
Mhm.
is why
So
I was
anyone in
really
on that
excited.
is going to be balls deep on this show. But all I can say is, generally, those adaptations that come off of these game series aren't good. Like the Neptunian
They're not,
anime
no.
was god awful.
So was the Tales of Symphonia anime. If anybody's
Made
seen
by
that.
my men at UFO Table.
No.
Yes.
Well, I can imagine Tales of would have like a better anime by comparison, just because Tales of is so huge.
You'd think, but it's like they never bothered to give it a full show. They just gave it 8 episodes of like 20 minutes each that spread apart between 4 years of when they actually released the damn thing. And I'm
Yeah.
like, you can't condense a 40-hour game into 8 episodes.
Well, they did.
You can try.
So they can
It,
try.
it failed horribly. It was basically like,
They can
here's
try,
a
and
very,
they can
very,
fail.
very, very quick recap of the whole game. They'll really go buy the game. Go. That's
No,
all.
but I'm really excited for this. Actually, I really want this.
I am curious about it. It'll probably be on my to watch list for at least 1 week.
I've always been curious about the games. Like, I mean, it's just like, I don't know. I've always seen it at like just GameStop, just sitting there in the corner. I'm like, maybe I'll buy it next week, and it just never happened.
I mean, for me, I think I'll just wait and see what everyone else thinks of it.
No, that's
and then
fine.
if people are like,
That's
it's
what us
good, then
reviewers
I'll
are
go and
for.
watch it.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
recommend
Yeah.
waiting for me to make a review on it. Anyone waiting out there, because that's probably going to be hard.
Yep.
On a side note, everyone go play Bravely Default. It's pretty awesome.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, everyone go
Yes.
play Bravely
Yeah.
Default.
Yes.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
I just got it.
We're going sexy.
It's really good.
Oh,
I really
man.
like how I make a cameo in the game. I'm one of the main characters. Really cool stuff. But yeah, if anyone, do you have anything they would like to say about this show in particular?
Go play.
Nope.
Anime.
Okay.
No.
Well, let's take
No.
baby steps to the next show and talk about Baby Steps, which is not
I
a.
miss your really poor segues, Holden. I miss those so much.
No, see, the thing is, they aren't
No,
poor.
I'd say it's a good segue.
Yeah.
honestly.
I thought it was a good segue.
Okay, but
Yeah.
talk,
The segue is there.
regardless
The segway's
of,
there, you just have to
transportation and segways and motorcycles, let's talk about baby steps, because it's another form of transportation that I would love to touch base on. Because
It's another sports show.
It's another
it
sports
is
show.
another
There's
sports show, but
more coming out.
specifically, it's another tennis anime. And tennis, I really like tennis.
Prince
If
of
you guys-
Tennis. Shout
Yeah,
out.
got that pot.
Yeah, but this
that-
one seems like it's going to be wildly different to Prince of Tennis because it's like kind of been marketed as a romance series. I'm thinking this is more going to be, if it's done well, maybe like kind of a tennis equivalent of Cross Game.
No fucking joke, Alan. I was about to say that. I was about to say, this sounds like Michiru Adachi's attempt at tennis is what it sounds like almost. But yeah, I think it is going to be a more romantic approach to tennis, which I'm fine with because then you get the cool mixed doubles games, which you never really got in Prince of Tennis.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh man.
And mixed doubles, there's so many possibilities. Which for anyone who doesn't know, it's when a boy and girl play tag team tennis, basically.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited for this
excited for that
actually.
one.
Hype.
It's by Studio Period, which is good because they are pretty much the go-to sports long-running anime people right now.
Basically, yeah.
So I think that they couldn't have really got a better team. Alan, are you hyped about this?
I am
Or you?
insufferably hype about this.
Yeah, I'm pretty hyped
And I
about
think
this.
this one is actually the one I might be able to watch weekly because it's going to be like, with it being romance based and more slice of life based, it's not going to be as kind of adrenaline.
It's not
pumping
gonna be-
because watching
But-
Kuroko weekly is akin to just hurting yourself.
But the
It's
thing is,
so
it is a
difficult.
sports anime, so it might end up doing that bullshit of, we're going to spend the next 4 episodes on this one freaking tennis match, and you got to spend the next month trying to find out who won.
Four episodes.
like a
Four
serve.
episodes is fine, Tristan. 4 episodes is fine. 12 isn't. Okay.
12
When we get
episodes
to
on
Ice
one
Shield
game?
21 territory and we're spending like 16 episodes on one match,
Really?
That's
that-
pretty
that's when we're
accurate of
going
time,
overboard.
though. That's almost real time, to be honest.
that's more than real time.
No,
There are
real
matches
time, it
on
almost
Ice Shield
takes
that take
3
up, like,
hours to
3
play
times
football
longer.
nowadays. Yeah, that's crazy.
With like
Wow.
matches that are a single play, 20-minute episodes in the space of time of about 4 seconds. It's great.
Time slows down, man. Gotta slow it down. But yeah, I'm excited about this one. The next one on our list is gonna be Black Bullet. And this one, I also want to.
Why
want
am
to
I
see.
getting
actually.
Black Rock Shooter vibes from this?
It's because it has
Because
black
it-
in it.
Probably.
Shout
And
out to
it
my
looks
man
like it
Jimmy
almost has a
JJ.
star in the middle,
Black.
but it's a bullet wound. A bullet wound. The
Yeah.
title of the show has a bullet wound.
It has that fragmentation.
Oh god, and there's a pretty major reason why this show's important, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
This is the second coming
Uh-huh.
of Tatsuhiko Urahata and Masayuki Kojima coming back together.
Oh man, I'm
Prior
so happy
working
with
on
that.
Monster together.
Yep,
Yep.
I'm so excited
And-
about that.
That's gonna be amazing.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
We know
Gonna
what they're
be
capable
awesome.
of together.
Yeah, we do.
We don't know
Which
if
is
any
why
of
I'm
these
really
shows are on
excited.
Crunchyroll or going to be on Crunchyroll yet, do we? Because they haven't announced
No,
what's
we
going to
don't.
be their lineup for the next season.
Yeah,
Have they?
that's gonna take a while.
Yeah,
They
I've got
haven't
no
announced- I
idea.
don't think they've announced anything really.
Like last season, they pretty much announced it like the week before the season started.
Enjoy.
Yeah.
So we'll probably just have to wait.
Well, even some shows they kind of announce halfway through and then just kind of add them in.
That's also true.
Yeah, like Chunibyo. Oh, well, Chunibyo. No, never mind. That was just
Chunibyo is really good right now.
God, and you guys
Um,
are on American Crunchyroll, which means it actually has anime on it.
Oh wow! So you don't just have that K-drama stuff?
Whoops.
Shout out to my girl Jeanne. Yeah, I am excited about this. It's by the people who Kinema Studio Citrus, they got their start co-producing, I believe, Tokyo Magnitude 8.0 with Bones.
Yeah,
I think that
Tokyo Magnitude is kind of their
Oh.
most acclaimed series. They've
that
done.
is by far their
And
biggest
then
one.
the only thing they've done I've seen is Codebreaker.
I was about to say
was
Codebreaker's the
pretty
only other one
bad.
I've seen. I liked Codebreaker, the manga. Didn't see the anime.
Like,
So there's that. I
Yeah,
also read Samurai Deeper Kyo, same mangaka. I think it's slightly better, kind of. Because it ends.
but yeah, if the light novel this thing is based on is good, then this will be an outstanding adaptation.
Yeah, it
Because
really
I've got
would
nothing
be.
but faith between those two working together.
Yeah, I really.
Yeah,
It's
I
gonna
didn't
be
know.
really awesome.
Like I read the description of it earlier before we did this, and I didn't connect the people working with it with the name, so it kind of seemed overdrawn almost. But then after you mentioned who's behind it, it's like, yeah, no, I think I'm gonna get pretty hyped for this now.
Join the team.
Join the
Team hype.
You can be
Get
an
on the
honorary
hype
member
train.
of Team Hype for this.
Hype
podcast.
train!
Get on it. Yeah.
Hashtag get on it.
It's gonna be pretty great. Switching gears though to a studio that has been failing me a lot. We move on to Gonzo's new creation or abomination, depending on how you look at them. Blade and Soul. Blade and Soul is going to be it's from the sounds of it, it's based off a game. I know that
Based on
much.
an MMO.
I know it's based on a Morpher. So there's that. Granted, I do want to see it.
It is a Gonzo show. It could either be the worst show of the season or the best.
But it's the director. The director.
Yes.
The director is the same director as Steins Gate.
Yeah, which is why I wanted
And
to see it.
there's like a little bit of faith there,
Tiny bit
Totally.
of faith.
and I'm just. Oh, also
I put no
Holden,
faith
Yes.
in Gonzo anymore. I have
he
learned
also-
my lesson. No faith goes in Gonzo.
The director,
Yeah.
Hiroshi Hamasaki,
Yeah.
worked on Dark Side Blues.
Oh, man.
Just want to put that in there.
If you guys want to watch Dark Side Blues, please watch Dark Side Blues. Come back to me and tell me what you think of Dark Side Blues.
Oh my god, Dark Side Blues.
Because it was
I can't say I'm all that excited about this, simply based on the fact that it's like an action martial arts series with a scantily clad woman, and those are generally shit.
Yep.
yes, but that's
just by a rule, those aren't good shows.
no. That's exactly why I want to watch it though.
Actually, wait, the chick
Because-
in the back on the
I-
right looks like Bayonetta, though. So that's
Yeah.
the thing.
Oh man,
No,
have
because
a
he's
little
missing
bit of
the
faith.
sexy librarian glasses.
has anyone seen Bayonetta Bloody Fate yet?
No,
No.
Oh,
I really
dude.
want to. though.
Nope.
Everyone should watch that. It's pretty rad. Never played the game really, but watched the anime. Pretty good. I liked it. But yeah, this definitely want to watch it actually. Because my opinion of it can only go up. If I'm spot on the money, then yeah, I was right. But if not, things can only go up. It's like Guilty Crown effect. It's like I've only heard bad things about it, so I thought it was the best anime when I saw it because things could only go up. So that was great.
And have they?
They have.
Good.
Things have been going up recently, especially with some of the newest stuff that I'm watching, because I think that we can all agree, for the most part, the winter 2014 anime season was less than amazing.
It
Less
was
than stellar.
atrocious. Stop tiptoeing.
Yeah.
Holden. It's the worst season since I've started watching anime.
Yeah, there's not that much good in it. A lot of the only good stuff really from it were carryovers, pretty much.
Pretty much. It was like
Yeah.
carryovers
Like
and
sil-
origami.
like
and that's
Silver
it.
Spoon.
like,
yeah, and some of the season twos are very good.
Junio is
Yeah.
pretty decent.
But yeah, that's what we were hoping.
Yeah.
This is making up for all that, though. Let's be honest.
Yeah, man.
Because next we have Boku wa Mina Kawashiso, I think, which is by
yeah.
Brainspace. This is not the Brainspace anime I'm excited for this season, but it is a Brainspace anime nonetheless. So there's that.
Brainspace with their romance slice of life seem to be they seem to
They seem to be
much have
pretty
those
on
together.
point at
They're-
times.
Yeah, they are fairly on
Yeah.
point with them. I mean, something
yeah.
like Princess Jellyfish, they did just excellently.
Beautifully.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
Princess Jellyfish was spot on, like the entire
Yeah.
thing.
But I think with Princess Jellyfish, a lot of that comes down to the fact that the manga was very, very solid, and we don't know how good this thing's manga is.
No, we don't.
They also
It's by the
did,
chick who did Love Lab. The manga was.
Yes.
Okay.
They also
What
did
that was.
they also did Tenari no Kabutsukun, which was a really good anime. Like the
Yeah, it
manga
was.
I didn't read, and the anime didn't really see it through because the ending came after the show aired. But I think this will be pretty decent, or at least I hope so.
I think the only
It's
thing
about a bachelor.
I was gonna say the only thing I
Me
see
and Holden can get
is
down
that
with
the only thing that I see promise in it is that it's got a bachelor with a guy who likes perverted things, and I'm like, hey,
God.
I used to live with a guy like that.
Shares
Um,
a room with a perverted roommate that has an obsession for underage girls.
Yeah, and I was like, when did Ken get here?
Oh, Ken.
Yeah,
Oh God, I don't know if I like that. That's a thing now.
no hate, only love.
Well, you're
Ken,
gonna have
me
to
and you.
live with it.
Now I have to live with it.
Yeah, so
It's not like a choice, Ken.
there's
You've made
that.
your bed, Ken. Now sleep in it.
Yeah. You made your bed. Oh man. Let's
Can we
just-
talk about the next show yet?
I was like, cool, let's just
Let
break
me
that
know when
off
we
right
can talk
now
about
and
the
talk
next
about the Break Blade, which is based on, which is it's a pretty big deal actually. Back in the
Production
day, it was
IG.
7 films, wasn't it?
Robots.
No, I think it was 6.
Darkness.
Yeah, it was 6
Yeah.
films, and what happened was it was released. They were released individually by Production IG originally, weren't they? It was Production
Yeah.
IG. So it's the same
Production
company.
IG. It's the entire same production team.
And
and-
so now it's just Break Blade
And
as a
so, yeah,
series,
so
and
those
that's
films
fucking
were
great.
incredible. They were like some of the best modern mecha has to offer.
Which is
and-
funny because it's not really modern at all. Like the setting,
Yeah,
it's
definitely.
very like Renaissance almost.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
very
if-
like
if anyone who doesn't know about Break Blade or Broken Blade as it's referred
golems.
to, who has yet to check out the original, wait for this or watch that in the meantime. But it's like animation and production quality. It is kind of like this is Production IG at their best. I have never seen them do better than this, and I'm
wow.
taking it. From my original thing is what I thought this was going to be because it's not a sequel to those. It's kind of a reboot.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm hoping what they're going to do with this is take pretty much all of the stuff from the films, show it all again, but change the ending to make the ending anime accurate, and then give us a season 2 somewhere soon. Because if all this is just like them putting the films like as is into a
Oh,
series,
wow.
that's
Yeah.
pointless.
No, dude, that would be so awesome.
They need to change the ending in order to make this worthwhile.
Now, I've
Imagine-
never
you
seen
know-
the original,
you know how-
but I am kind of hyped for it because Habara was
It's
the director
really
from
good.
Across 7. And
Yeah,
I
it
fucking
was.
loved Macross
I
7.
haven't seen the original, but this just looks.
Shout out
really
to
appealing.
SD.
And I don't
This-
even watch mechas.
No, this is
So,
like my favorite
this
mecha
looks
series
good.
to come out in the
SDF
past 5
Macross.
years. It's
At least
so
from that
good.
key art, it looks badass.
It's pretty
It really
badass.
does
Trailer
look
up on
good.
It's
YouTube
incredible.
too, I think.
It really is.
It really is really
Yeah,
badass. I'm really excited for it. It'd really be interested, Alan, if it was a recompilation, or in this case,
Yeah.
an extrapolation of the movies into
Because the thing is, that's
an
kind of like the opposite of how it's usually
No,
done.
that's exactly why. Usually it's a
Let's
compilation,
put the
not an
films into a
extrapolation.
series.
So
But
I
they-
would be really interested if it was an extrapolation of the
They
movies.
better change the ending and then continue it on because it does have a decent following. And if this is literally just them squishing the films into a series, then that's really annoying.
Yeah,
I'm gonna watch it again.
You're
Yeah,
gonna
we're
watch,
gonna
it
watch it
regardless.
Watch it again.
Because-
Well, that
just
doesn't stop it
because.
from being really fucking annoying.
I'd happily this is giving me an excuse to watch it again because I'd happily watch the films again anyway because I can't stress enough how much I loved those things.
Mhm.
But best case scenario is this is literally kind of using everything they've already shown us. I think I know they've confirmed they're putting in some like new scenes and some new stuff here and there, but I just want them to change the ending, make the ending manga accurate, and then hopefully we'll see a season 2 in a couple of seasons' time.
The biggest thing I don't hope for is that it turns into a Mobile Suit Gundam Zeta new translation.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing I hope for. But that aside, really promising established mech series made by a more than capable team. I expect great things from Breakblade. And talking about expectations, we should talk about the next promising mecha
Speaking
show,
of mech
which is
shows from people that are perfectly
Captain Earth.
capable, Captain Earth
Oh
Team
my God.
Hype!
Bones.
It's gonna work.
Bones.
Captain Earth, handled by Studio Bones, is probably
Is it bad?
the most promising
bad?
anime I've seen them produce
Yeah,
in
this is
years.
arguably the show on this list I'm looking forward to the most.
Is it bad that I thought Captain Planet first?
No, that's what I think a lot of people would think.
Look, when I was I did a live stream recently and we were talking about this, and we were either saying Captain Planet or Planet Earth, and no one said Captain Earth.
Yeah, We all just stuck, is what it would basically boil down to. But yeah, really excited for this one. Studio Bones, for those of you who don't know, got their start making stuff like Razafon and Eureka 7 and Full Metal Alchemist, as well as other things like Oron High School Host Club.
High School Host Club.
And
the most recent
Wolf's Rain.
Noragami.
But most recently Noragami.
Bones Mecha is
And
always
Space
on
Dandy.
point. And I mean, this is the second coming of Yoji and Aikido and Takuya Iragashi together.
Yes, Takuya
Last they
Iragashi,
did
oh my
was
god.
Star Driver, which
Yep.
had mixed opinions. I fucking love Star Driver. I think it's very entertaining. This looks like it's going to be a bit more. The actual premise of it seems like it's going to be a bit more typical mecha,
Yeah.
whereas Star Driver was like this kind of flamboyant, basically like a mecha rendition of
The
Utena.
Gengen Bishonen.
And this looks like it's kind of going to be more traditional mecha with actual kind of like war and space. And
I think I would
everything
like this
that.
one more than Star Driver.
Oh,
But
yeah,
that's,
I
that's
think I will too. This looks like it's going to be better than Star Driver.
because
But either way,
it looks good.
Yoji and Aikido, in my books, can't do wrong.
No, he really
the guy,
can't.
The guy is a fucking genius.
And Bones has really been on a roll recently, as I'd like to point out, stuff like Noragami,
yeah.
and with other things like Blast of Tempest, all steps in the correct direction after their fall from greatness, making...
Bones released one show last year.
Really?
And
I
yeah,
can-
they
I believe
released
that, actually.
last year. Bones did Blast of Tempest, and they also did Tenkai Nights, which I think was like
Okay,
film
no,
or an
you're
OVA
right.
or something like that.
Which, it's funny, because this season I think they're doing almost
they've
2 or
got
3.
5 shows.
yeah, they're
airing
doing a
at the moment,
lot.
Like basically, so Noragami's over.
Yeah.
Star Driver, Space Danny's carrying on,
Yep.
and then they've got this season
Captain
Solely
Earth
Not,
and,
another one. So there's
yeah,
one
he's
thing
doing
with
a
12
Captain
shows
Earth-
airing at once.
The one thing with Captain Earth I am kind of worried about is if you do kind of look back into the history of the people on staff, they do have really good shows, but when I watched the trailer for Captain Earth, what I got is like this really big wanting for a nice serious show that is mech but not Gundam. And
Love
when I look at
Gundam.
the staff and what they've done, I'm just like, okay, well, the director's been directing Sailor Moon and Soul Eater and Star Driver, and I'm like, these are great shows, but they always have these like comedy bents to them, and I'm like, is Captain Earth gonna have that?
I don't think so.
Well,
It might,
there's
because it's
one-
about a boy, and boys get into hijinks, but I don't think we should be expecting any hot springs, although...
I don't know.
Bones,
I
if you will,
think it could.
hot
I
springs
think
are
it
cool.
could go down that road, but it's not going to go down that road in a really kind of like superficial and dicky way.
Yeah.
Like,
No, I think it's
Star
it's gonna
Driver
be
did that
very
to a pretty
light.
heavy extent.
I was gonna say, Star Driver
Yoji and
did that.
Aikido did Oran, like that's
Mm.
purely slice of
Like
life.
I'm looking at the PV right now, and I'm really hyped for it because it looks like the setting, like we get a good sense of it.
Wait, Ken.
I mean,
so you've been
lot-
watching. You're watching the PV, and you weren't screaming out loud at how amazing that PV is.
Yeah, it looks
I'm
really
trying to
good.
You weren't
contain
jumping
myself.
around in your chair.
His mic was
It
muted.
looks real. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of Gargantia.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say that.
Like, yeah, I mean,
Because that is the
Gargantia's-
only mecha show I know you've seen.
Oh no, it's not in that
Gargantia had
not-
robots in it. This one's got robots in it. Therefore, they're the same.
Name one
Not in
other
that
mecha you've
sense.
seen, Ken.
No,
Ken,
not
own
in
up
that
to it.
sense. No, not in that sense. In the sense that we have a good sense of the setting. Like, it does a really good job at establishing
You mean
it.
like Gargantia, and how it had like the rusty boat setting, and that was
I
the
fucking love
setting.
those rusty boats, man.
Man,
It's rusty
Gargantia
boats,
season
the
2
open
could not
water,
be happier.
Like,
But-
you got a pretty good sense of it. It looked really nice. Like, I wanted to like live there. And here, I mean, it's Earth. But,
Yeah. really excited
like,
for
it just
that.
looks
Yeah.
pretty. It looks so pretty.
On an unofficial note, the Anonatsu de Matsuru sequel potentially might be coming out. They released a promotional art in Japan, so
And,
keep your eyes out for that. I really like
obligatory shout out
Anonatsu.
to how shittingly
Um,
amazing the
I love my
designs are
Anonatsu
for this.
ninja.
I know,
It's
one of my
so
favorites.
adorable.
Love it.
Then we can talk about Card Fight Vanguard Legion May 10.
And then we
It's the
can
fourth
stop
season
talking
of
about
Card
it
Fight
and,
Vanguard.
and
Yeah.
move on to something else.
Really
If you like the
complicated.
previous 3
Mentioned it.
seasons, you'll like this season. End of story. Move
if
on.
you liked it, if you liked
Okay, and then if you like this
Yeah.
first season of Data Live,
If you've enjoyed the 150 episodes you've seen of Vanguard so far, you will enjoy the following X
Yeah.
amount of episodes. That
Speaking of following seasons, like Ken was mentioning, you have Data Live second season. I know Ken, didn't you watch Data Live as well?
yeah.
no, I didn't.
No, you didn't.
I watched it.
I
No, it was Alan.
What
my
haven't
bad.
you watched, Alan? Let's be honest.
I haven't watched the first 3 seasons of Cardfight Vanguard.
Oh, look at that. Proving people wrong left and
Because
right.
I didn't enjoy the card game that much. So.
What?
Date Alive, I really haven't heard. My fans keep telling me that it's good, but I keep hearing from people in person that it's alright.
Good isn't the word to describe it. Date Alive is perfectly fine.
Yeah.
That's my way of describing this series. It was watchable. It's kind of like World God Only Knows, but with more fighting.
Yeah.
But nowhere near as good.
Okay.
Like, it's basically this guy has to date these women
Alive.
from the sky, and fighting happens. It's okay. It's watchable. I watched season 2 because this first season was enjoyable, even though it wasn't that good. But it's not going to break any grounds.
I would love for people to call it Date Alive. That would be great.
I think the biggest thing I can say about Date Alive is like it's worthwhile for me to watch season 2, and I've watched season 1. But I wouldn't say to everyone out there who hasn't seen season 1,
go watch it.
Don't go out of your way to watch it. To watch the second season, there's better stuff you can watch.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Like
and
Blade. Go and watch Blade.
Like Captain Earth.
yeah, in the same vein as Perfectly Fine, I've got one of my friends here who likes Fairy Tail. We got to start with it, and that's perfectly fine, Ken. But Ken, not to throw you into the pan or anything, but I would like to throw you in the pan and interrogate you as to your history with Fairy Tail, just so the audience knows.
Yeah. So I watched the first season. That was the first anime that I watched when I started really like watching anime, like if I could say full time. So I watched whatever was available, which was like 120 so episodes.
Yeah.
And then I continued with the manga, and then I didn't like it because we have a spoiler warning in the beginning.
Yeah, go nuts.
So
Yeah, go
so,
for
it. The time skip, I did not like it, so I stopped.
Oh, look at Ken with feelings
So
and
you're not
shit.
hyped for the reboot.
I do have to question why
Yeah.
they're even bothering rebooting a show like Fairy Tail when
Well, actually, no,
you
actually,
have
it's not
shows
rebooting.
like Naruto and One Piece that are still fucking
I-
going.
No, I think what
I've
they
watched,
did.
like-
I think it continues.
Yeah, it's
I think
basically
it's a
just instead of them
continuation.
like dicking around with filler, they were just like, right, let's stop and carry on, which I commend them for. Actually,
No, I definitely
Still
do.
just
Like
fascinating.
I've seen like 48 episodes of Fairy Tail, and no matter how much I tried, I just couldn't get into it. Like, dude,
And
I
you
don't
still got
understand.
48
I
episodes
just-
I think it's just because it was the first
You never
thing
got
that
into
I
it,
watched.
and yet you were able to watch 48 episodes of it.
48
I commend you.
That's because
Awesome.
I was just like,
That sounds
I'm
like
like,
me.
I have to like one of these. One of these characters has to be good. One of these arcs has to be good, and they were all terrible. And I don't know. I couldn't get into it at all.
I just thought it was really entertaining. Like it was.
Yeah.
It was just
it
because
was
it was my first
mindless,
experience.
but I didn't think it was
that it was like.
entertaining.
I'm definitely
Yeah.
planning to get.
Who's the other girl with Lucy? It's Enzia, right?
Urza.
Urza.
Yeah.
There you go.
Urza.
See, I know their names at least.
She has a bigger following than the show itself. I'm pretty sure. Like
Yes.
Probably.
Urza
Yeah.
has such a
She
huge
does.
following. It's ridiculous.
It's because she's the only one who kind of sort of redeems it in any way.
so yeah.
Because she's not stupid.
She's not stupid.
I would be inclined to get into Fairy Tail at one point because I've heard from some people that it's entertaining. As long as it's entertaining, it doesn't need to be good. And the Vice
Yeah.
set's pretty badass. There's some good stuff in there. So that's how I know everyone's names. They played against the cards.
Plug for Weiss
million
Schwartz.
I'm gonna plug Vice in everything I ever do, so get used to it.
Not my butt. But speaking of my butt, let's talk about
Studio
Futsu
Feel.
no Yoshikoi ga
Studio
Yate Mita, which is by Studio Feel,
God.
which is a I don't know, it's a studio
It's
that
five,
feels.
5-minute shorts about
Yeah.
little girls.
Oh, they're shorts. Okay.
Yeah,
I was
5-minute shorts.
about to say, how can they make a
Yeah.
full 22-minute per episode?
Now, these
series?
short series are actually starting to become more and more popular, but for the longest time, they really weren't that good until, I think...
Until Montione was like, nope, I gotta do it.
They're getting better. Like,
Oh, burn.
like they're
Oh my god.
no,
I don't even know if it's just a burn. It's just like it's a correlation. It's like
these
ever
shorts,
since
though,
Montione made a show about like 5 minute 30 seconds with 16 episodes, there's stuff like Pupa that's like what, 8 minutes with
Pupa's
4
great,
minutes,
man.
like it's like 4 minutes opening and ending, or it's like 2 minutes.
The
And
actual
it's like
amount of content in
50% of it is just the themes that they play at
Yes.
the end and at the beginning of the show.
So
So I'm
stupid.
really hoping Pupa releases an omnibus or a compilation movie episode OVA
Something.
thing.
And we'll,
that I
we'll
could
all
watch.
proceed to not watch it because Pupa is just awful.
No, but
Pretty
then
weird.
then there's Tonari no Sekikun, which is actually
That's
really
not
good
5-minute
for a
shorts
short.
though. Those are like those like what?
Well,
Like
they're
eight
like
minutes
they're
or
like
something. So they actually have
8 or 7.
yeah. There's actually like content in that episode. The 5-minute
See,
ones
Yeah.
after the opening and ending, there's 2 minutes of like footage and it's pointless.
And then
See,
you
the
just
only-
hear
the only-
you hear
I
Clarice
watched-
and it just fades out, and then
And
it
I
goes
It's
on.
only good if it's got like a good ending. Like Voodoo is
Yeah.
awesome just because the ending. to
You
Voodoo
really
is
need
amazing.
Clarice to
Yeah.
do anything nowadays. What's one of the biggest things I like about fucking Nisekoi is the openings by Clarice or Clarice, depending on
And
how
there's a
pretentious
second
you want to
one.
sound.
And there's gonna be another one really soon.
Yes, there is, Ken.
Cannot
I'm
wait.
right on Team Clarice fan wagon
Can
with
we,
you.
Can we just use this show
Exactly.
quickly to give our obligatory shout out to Fields' other works being Kiss Exis?
Okay, let's talk about Kiss.
And Papa
Take a
Kiki?
waz on people, just like our first
Yeah.
episode all over again, Alan. Man, that was a long time ago. But shifting gears to our next show on the list, which is Fuishi Dai Shogun, which is by JC Staff. It is an endo historical piece that has
It's
ecchi
the
elements
second
and
coming
shonen.
of Nobunaga
This
the
sounds
Fool.
right up your alley.
So
Holden.
this
Like,
needs
this
to
is,
go.
Like,
This
all
is.
you.
Let me
No,
put this on the
no,
list
no,
really
why?
quick.
It's
Yeah,
up-
this is like Holden.
it's
This
up
is just
Holden's
this is
alley.
this is the anime was like
Yeah, let me-
perfectly made
let me
for you.
get my pen out really quick. What's who wrote it?
No, Dai Saito?
Really, Daisada wrote this.
Really?
Yep.
He's going to Anime Boston. I might be
Eureka
interviewing
7,
him.
man.
Yeah, I know. I know that. I only know that name because of that, which is
Oh, yeah.
crazy.
That's the only thing he's done that's worthwhile, but
Wait,
It
are
really
you
is.
kidding me?
I mean, he worked on Cowboy Bebop.
He worked on Bebop. He worked on Ergo Proxy. He worked on Ghost in the Shell standalone complex. Like,
He's worked on.
Are you kidding
No,
me?
I think he's
stuff
worked.
that
He's worked
just-
on other things, but he's kind of like that's not his. Those weren't his entire. Like the Yoga 7 was like all the way down to him.
yeah, because he
That's
was
true.
chief writer on that one.
Yeah, like that's the only thing he's kind of
He
forefronted.
was also
that's-
chief writer on Ergo Proxy. So, yeah,
So I'm gonna watch this. Is what it really boils down to.
basically.
Yeah,
Because
Holden,
this has
is,
everything I
your
like.
name.
Although I think
I really need.
well, I'm probably going to watch one episode of it, but the two things that have me bothered just from here is the thing that it says ecchi down in the bottom and the fact that I'm kind of getting tired of the whole Endo period adaptation thing.
Speaking of ecchi,
Yeah.
that's the two things I like.
The biggest thing that throws me off is
Know
how
what I mean.
questionable Nobunaga the Fool is when I look at this series.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
It's like
but-
we've seen that this whole Mecha Endo period thing doesn't really work.
Yeah,
This
my
season.
man.
so they should just stop doing
Well, actually,
it.
hopefully the mechas in this thing aren't CGI, and that'll kind of put it up in my.
Shout out to my man, Wizard Barristers.
The other thing is, if this is in the Endo period, did latex even exist back then? And if not, how the fuck does that one chick there seem to have like skin-tight
this is
latex outfit?
Tristan. This is anime. There is no room for logic here.
Or
What are you
I
talking
can
Or
hope for
mechs.
some.
Like,
That's
no, it's not gonna happen.
There's anime logic and then there's real logic.
Either way, though.
And the
Dai-
two
Dai
very
Sato is
rarely
very sweet.
intersect.
Golden Time's still better than Toradora. Everyone can go cry about that. Fucking people.
It is.
I love.
Everyone go cry about that later. Speaking of crying, let's talk about the next anime. Gochu wa Usagi desu ka? Which is by White Fox. And the fact that White Fox is making this almost makes me want to cry.
Same. No, it's just
It
White
almost
Fox. What
makes
are you
me wanna
doing? You did Steins Gate and then Hatrakamau-sama and then Super Sonico and now
Norman
you're doing
Guns.
this.
It's
And I
it's just a
don't
downhill spiral.
understand.
It's
I
just
don't
awful.
understand.
Well, wait.
It
They did
makes
Super
me so
Sonico though.
sad.
So then, why is this kind of?
Because
I like
Ken,
Super Sonico.
Ken,
so-
oh, really? You like Super
Do you,
Sonic?
do you, Sarah?
Are you Sarah?
Why Why is everyone surprised when I
Oh
say
my god,
this?
Supersonico's awful.
Have
The
you,
only
have
thing
you had
I'll
your
give
brain
it.
stung by a jellyfish recently?
The only thing, and I would like to say this to the audience as well. If you really want to watch Supersonico, don't.
Watch episode 7.
Watch
Yeah.
episode 7, and then just forget. Just
If
don't. Drink a lot of alcohol.
if you feel inclined to watch Supersonico, instead, don't watch Supersonico. That's the kind of advice I'd give most people about most shows this season. If you want to watch Nobunaga,
Well,
avoid it. Like the plague.
Just avoid it. Don't even.
well,
even
on the upside, I mean, for me at least, the show's
Ken's
pretty
like-
Ken, this. Ken,
What the fuck was that?
Ken,
That was
what
Ken's
the hell?
heart. That was the sound of Ken's respiration
It
system.
looks quite cute in its slice of life. I mean, like, it's just my moe
Kenneth,
slice of life
Kenneth,
for this
can you
season.
restrain the pedophile in you, please? Just for a little while.
No.
Leave me alone.
Ken's like,
Liking
Why are you
slice
being
of life
so
comedies does
defensive,
not
Kenneth?
equal paedophilia.
Kenneth, why are you being
This is
so
my
defensive?
show. This is my show.
This isn't Kodomo no
Leave it
Jigen,
alone.
Okay,
Stop
we're not
being
in that
so
level.
defensive of it, Kenneth.
man, but if we want to talk about my show, we should talk about Goku Koku no Borihai.
Oh, Studio Arms, how I have missed you.
Brunhilde.
Studio Arms.
Brunhilde.
Fucking amazing studio, by the way. Really love
I
them.
So
really
this is Arms
love-
for a
How is,
third time
how
trying
is
to do
Wizard
something
Barristers?
serious.
Oh man, this is Arms just growing that third arm, aka a penis, and just going to town. Because I'm really excited for this one. For those of you who don't know, this is based off a pre-established series of mangas, I believe.
By
Like the majority of all anime in existence.
What I like about this one is about basically projecting a memory of someone that you once knew onto someone you just met. I really like it. I am familiar with the series from a while ago. I don't remember all too much about it, but I do remember liking it. And Studio Arms, I really would like to give them a hand because they're doing amazing. So then
Smooth.
they could be the full arm.
Smooth.
Just like
The only thing that kind of turned me off from it was that it's the tail end of the description. It's that it turns out that she was a magic user or something like that. Yeah. I don't know, it just-
Chris
I mean,
Hansen,
like,
I would
it-
like you
I
to
feel
take
like-
this man from me right now. Just do it.
Wait, what?
Chris Hansen, I'm calling him on you right now. You're saying bad things
Why?
about things
What
I
did
like,
do?
and I'm calling Dateline NBC because I hate you.
Well, if I get to be on TV, then I guess it's not such a bad thing.
Shout out to terrorism.
I think Arms is really coming into their own and moving away from just the boobs, and it's really exciting.
I like
Yeah,
how
they're-
they don't.
How is
They're
They don't
still
forget
they're
themselves.
slowly starting to become a studio that's not just known for Elfen Lied.
Oh man,
How was Wizard Barristers?
I really-
that was them
pretty,
too, right?
Pretty good.
I
I'm
really
enjoying
like it. It's pretty good.
Eh.
People bitch about the character designs, you know,
Like,
and then
I do
thought they were
very much
okay.
enjoy Wizard Barristers, but I
Yeah.
just think all of the character designs are just horrible. Like,
Yeah, I think-
particularly the main
I
character.
think
I
Alan's
agree
taste
with
in
you,
character
Alan.
designs are
It's
just
good,
awful,
but the
and
character
Sarah's now.
designs are just absolute crap.
No, okay. Well,
They
it
are.
sucks to be, not an art major and just say stupid things sometimes. But
Holden, they've got like the worst sense of fashion in the world. She's got this purple
They
hair. with-
really do.
Alan, have you fucking seen me, lad? I have a fucking terrible sense of fashion.
He wears Hawaiian shirts all
Fashion
day.
is a
Even in the
superficial
winter.
piece
Holden would run through a blizzard in a Hawaiian shirt.
The best thing about Wizard Barristers is the frog that's voiced by Norio Wakamoto, but that's only because anyone voiced by Norio
Oh.
Wakamoto is the best thing about any show he's in.
Like Cyclone? The fucking vacuum in Yorko. I love it so much.
Oh man.
So,
Well, let's spike
Move
this.
on.
basketball.
Let's bring
No,
this
it's
back into the
volleyball.
court.
No,
with
no, it's volleyball.
It's
It's fucking
volleyball.
volleyball.
Get your facts straight, Tristan.
Yeah, volleyball, bro. Let's get that
What?
Kuroko shit out of here.
Looking
and
at
make
their
room for the
uniforms
new
and the
reigning
fact that
champion.
everything's fucking orange.
Volleyball.
Yeah, man.
It says
What do you have
volleyball
against
right
their
in the
uniform?
description.
Yeah, it says
Fuck
volleyball.
the
How can you
description.
miss that?
Can I just
I don't read
say that
descriptions.
sports anime done by Production IG has always been good.
Yeah.
So this is
Shout
gonna
out
be
to
good.
Kuroko no basket.
Or this
Kuroko
could be
is
the
fucking
first bad
amazing.
one.
It
I really hope
probably
Kuroko
won't.
ends soon.
Or
That'd be
it could
great.
not be the first bad one, and it could also
What
be
about-
really good.
It could. I will allow that possibility to exist.
IG, they know what they're doing with balls. They're good at balls.
They're really good with
Was
balls.
was Ace of
Lots of
Diamond good?
balls.
Yeah,
Ace of Diamond's
really
I
good.
watched like
I
the
like
first
it.
3 episodes
It's pretty
and put
good.
it on hold because the classic sports anime murdering you if you watch it weekly thing.
Oh yeah.
But those first 3 episodes, but Ace of Diamond was IG and Madhouse together, which is just kind of like
Yeah.
watching God have sex with a second God.
Yeah, it was pretty.
So
fantastic.
basically, watching Holden have sex with himself.
It was
Yeah.
pretty amazing, and that was too.
I feel like volleyball would be really fun to watch. Actually,
I think it's
genuinely
really fun
to
because
watch.
it's a dynamic
I'm
combo
excited.
system.
Honestly, volleyball's just fun to play.
Yeah, volleyball is really fun to play.
It's gonna be just
But
amazing.
it's beautiful because it
Yeah.
has a team dynamic. It's in the same way that basketball was like the perfect sports anime for IG. I think volleyball will be the same vein
Yeah.
because each
'Cause-
player does have a specific role, and they all there's combos basically, which is what because you can hit the ball like 3 times before it has to go over the net. Set up for spike and set and bumps. Yeah, bump set spike. Like you can. There's so much they could do with this, and I'm really excited because that's
And
really
it's
where
another one of
sports
those
anime
kind of,
shine.
like, one of those like small team animes because you've got kind of like one person sports animes, you've got small team sports animes, then you've got like the larger teams. So this sport is going to allow you just like 5 characters or something like that,
Yeah,
and then
about
maybe
5 or
people who sit
6.
on the bench. I don't know if there is a bench in volleyball. I don't know anything about.
No, there
volleyball.
is.
Yeah.
Teams usually have
And,
more than just the people on the field, in case
Yeah.
anything happens or
In case-
they
in
just
case
get
anyone gets
tired and you
bored.
want to swap
Yeah.
out. It's
In
like
case they're just
Yeah.
getting tired of hitting with balls.
Yeah, so I could not be more excited for Kuroko's volleyball.
Yeah.
That's what we're
Now,
calling
speaking
this.
about being happy for a new anime, we have
Oh,
Happiness
jeez.
Charge Precure, which
And
is
that's
the
all
new
we need to say about
the
it.
new pure
If-
Precure anime.
If you have spent the last 20 years of your life watching all of the Precure shows, then you're probably going to watch Happiness Charge.
How many series does it have?
I think there's more Precure episodes than Gundam.
I think there might be.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
That is kind of
There's
insane.
890 or so episodes of Gundam, and I think that they've got around 1,000 Precure.
Yeah,
maybe.
there's so
Holy
much
shit.
Precure. Like if
Fucking
you say
hell.
I'm going to watch this Precure after watching all of the rest of them, see you.
and
in 10
Precure
years.
is actually already started.
Basically.
If you notice,
Episode,
It-
yeah,
it-
episode 7 is
that
in like...
true?
yeah.
Wait, what? Really?
Josh Starr,
Oh, shit, it
fix
did.
this shit now.
What'd you do?
Yeah. But if you like that, then
Because Precure breaks
go
the
ahead,
rules.
and then after you spend the next 10 years watching this and are reduced to bones, you can make a new anime that's coming out, which is the next one we want to talk about, which is Hitsuga no Chaika,
Team hype.
Oh, can I?
So
which
much
is going
hype.
to
Can I
be
know-
amazing.
So
I'm really
much
excited.
hype.
Can I know?
It's going to be
Can
as
I
good
note how
as
the-
SAO, is what I would say whenever SAO is
Soichi
coming out.
Matsui, who hasn't
That
really
was
done
so-
a director's work since Scrapped Princess, but Scrapped Princess was fucking awesome. Team
Yeah,
hype
I'm
for
really,
this show.
really
Well,
excited
hold-
about this
hold-
one.
Tristan,
Yes.
the light novels this is based off is by the guy who did Scrap Princess.
Yeah, I was about to say,
And
this is the
Outbreak
same
Company.
guy.
Well then, double team hype. Fuck yes.
This is the
basically
spiritual successor of
This is
Scrapped Princess.
just-
team
gonna be amazing.
fucking hype.
Yeah, you can be an honorary member, man.
And-
Join
and
the
this is
team. Yeah, I'm really excited
next
about this
thing-
one.
The next thing by Bones, who have just keep proving themselves.
Bones
to be
is-
Well,
like,
the only thing that I'm worried about with this is the fact that Captain Earth is the same season, and you know that Captain Earth is going to be taking the majority of the
yeah.
budget. that
Captain
Bones
Earth
has.
is going to be the
Tristan,
replacement.
We thought this last season. We were like, okay, Space Dandy is
I
their
was
big
gonna say-
thing, so they're going to be putting less money into Noragami, and Noragami's
But
better.
Noragami's so high
fucking
budget.
It's
amazing.
so much better.
Noragami's really good. I'd say it's better than Space Dandy.
Probably.
I would agree.
Unbelievable though, how much Bones is just pumping out right now. They're doing They're doing
And
God's
the thing
work
is, they're
right now.
making
It's
so
amazing.
much stuff, but that also means they're making so much money, which means they can make all of this stuff better.
Well, assuming they're only making money, assuming the shit
As
that they
long
make
as
is
they don't-
actually good, which thankfully
Oh, yeah.
it happens to be to a.
Well, and
Decent
honestly, regardless, Soul Eaters this season, and that's going to fucking make them stupid amounts of money regardless, no
gonna-
matter how bad it is.
As long as
Yeah.
they don't make like Erica 7 ABCD, this will be really good. Like the rest of the alphabet, they can really like sit pretty and know that they're just gonna rake in all the money. Because I think that
all that paper.
with
Yeah.
Kill la Kill coming to a close and all of the other
People
stuff like
will be
Golden
looking
Time,
for a new series to latch
and
onto.
I think that Bones is definitely the forerunner
Oh.
with going
Honestly,
to pick up the
if
torch.
Bones
with
keep
it.
on as they have been in the first quarter of this year, I'm happy to say that they are kind of like the best studio out there at the moment.
They have
really
gotten
will.
the
Because it's
keys
not-
to the vault back.
Yep,
It is
it's
squarely
not
theirs
just,
again.
It's not just that they're making lots; it's that they're making lots and all of it's good.
Yeah,
And that
they're
never
making
happened.
a lot of shows, and they've not really hit the mark really with any of them right now. I mean, they've never missed it really. I mean,
Yeah.
but yeah, they've all been really on point. really good shows. Space Standard really liked. That was a huge deal when it came out. Not getting as much acclaim as I would like.
We all had really high expectations for, and it did meet every single expectation.
Yeah, it really
It was
did.
just a more crude Bebop.
Yeah, it was a more crude Bebop. Got boobies. Yeah, I was really excited about that. So yeah, I think I'm definitely gonna be watching this one. I know Tristan's double team hype for this one.
Team fucking hype, man.
Quintuple team hype.
Yeah,
Every anime fan in the universe team hype.
I'm so excited about this one.
Yeah, really excited.
Yeah.
One that I'd like to talk about, the next one, which is Isekan Friends. Really want to watch this one, actually.
Okay.
I
Enlighten
do
us.
too.
It looks really promising.
The reason I want to watch this one is this is about it's adapted from a manga, and it's about a girl who has short-term memory that basically expires every week. So every week she basically has to it refreshes her memory. Like what happened 7 days ago is no longer in her memory.
So EF Tale of
Oh,
Memories all over again.
No, this is like 50 First Dates, the anime.
Yeah, that's what I was about
No,
to say.
51st Dates the anime is EF Tale of Memories. That's what it is. Except hers is 24 hours, which makes a lot more sense.
All I can say is that my past experience with a brain space and shows about losing your memories, that being Amnesia.
Amnesia.
Oh, God.
And Amnesia, to
Oh,
say
Amnesia.
Amnesia was not a good anime is me really holding back with that statement.
Yeah. I was about to say, man.
But this is
Really,
not
really
this is
holding
not a
back.
reverse harem. This does not have character designs that look like someone's just thrown a tea cloth at a fan.
No, I'm really excited for this one, actually.
As noted earlier, I mean, this is like what Brains Base like can do. Like it's the same. It's like that type of show that we talked about earlier, the Boku wa Mina Kawaso. Like that. It's basically just like. Well, I mean, it's not the same, but it's like that type.
You heard
of
it here
show.
first. Ken said it was the same. Take that out of context and print it. But yeah, I'm really excited about this. But speaking of brain space and now turning your brain off, we need to talk about JoJo Stardust Crusader Part 3. Man, this has been a long time coming. They originally had the mid-2000s, I believe, early 90s, late 90s, I mean, anime OVA series for Stardust Crusaders. And for those of you who don't know, this is the really, really big JoJo's Bizarre Adventure series. This is the one that's probably the most popular.
That most people like, even though it's not the one that generally people think is the best if they're into all of them.
Yeah, even though Stardust Crusaders is not the best, everyone knows that Steel Ball Run is. If you disagree with me, that's great. But yeah,
well, it's just because it was when JoJo's kind of kicked into another gear, introduced stands, and kind of showed you how it was going to be from here on out.
It was a big shift from the norm. I would say that I'm more excited for Diamond is Not Crash or Diamond is Unbreakable, if you want to be correct about it.
Which part is that? Is that part 4?
It's part 4.
Yeah.
I liked part 4. I love part 4.
I'm excited for that too, but this one's next, so I'm excited for this.
And then you have Golden Wind, which is Ventura Lequio, which is 5, and then you have to go into Stone Ocean, which is 6, then Steel Ball Run, which is 7, and then when you get into 8, which is Jajolion, then things get a little fucked up. But yeah, really excited about
if they make all of them, we'll be happy.
Part 4, not this particularly. I would say my favorite character in this is Jean-Pierre, which is the man who controls the Silver Chariot. Yeah.
What about the dog, man? The dog's fucking awesome.
Iggy? You like Iggy?
Yeah, Iggy's
I don't really like
brilliant.
Iggy. I like Dio. I like Dio and Jean. That's about it.
Yeah,
everyone
the thing
else.
I'm looking forward to in this is that, like, Dio did not impress me in Phantom Blood at all. I thought he was really boring and generic.
Phantom Blood is
But
actually my least favorite.
Yeah, Phantom Blood kind of, like, I really, really enjoyed Battle Tendency.
Battle Tendency is a lot more fun, but I'd say it's
I
only fun
thoroughly enjoyed
because
that,
of...
but Phantom Blood just didn't get me at all. And just, like, everyone talks about how Dio is this amazing, amazing character because he's this ongoing thing. He's, like, the Shah
He's really not.
of
He's like,
the JoJo series.
He's like a tack on at, like, the very last 2 volumes of Stardust Crusaders, which is, I think, 27, 28. I'm looking at my shelf, trying to remember. But yeah, 27, 28 is his real first grand appearance with his new stand, The World.
What do you reckon they're going to do?
Oh, totally. They're totally going to do it. It's too much. It's too important for them not to do. Yeah. But with the new JoJo's game that just came out with his Battle All-Stars and the previous anime.
Just came out. They came out like a year and a half ago.
Alright, but you know, everything's relative.
Everything's relative to Holden.
With all of that coming out, JoJo's is looking better than I've ever seen it.
Yeah,
as far as
JoJo's is firmly on everyone's agenda, and I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, so
Even
That's
and
coming out.
hopefully it actually gets picked up by someone this time because the last series, no way of watching it legally at all.
No, there
It was
wasn't.
quite
Was
annoying.
there? But yeah, now we have to turn our brains back on and return to our old trends, brain-based once more.
Brain space, man. They're making so
Brain
much
space,
shit
wow.
this season.
Brain-based, it's been a long time.
And Amnesia.
No, this is Diabolic Lovers again.
So-
and I am
No.
so,
This is
so
Kamigami
angry.
no Asobi. And this is a reversed harem, but it's also
It's
historical.
a reverse harem about
Someone
like
shoot
it's,
me!
Sarah, it's a reverse harem about Greek mythology. It's
Yeah.
like Utano Prince Sama mixed with God of War.
But this is gonna be Diabolic Lovers all over
God.
again.
I do
This
really
is
wanna
gonna be
be so
Diabolic
good.
Lovers
I can't
again.
wait. This is gonna be
I-
amazing.
I do really want to
It's
watch
gonna be
this
so bad.
because
I love
I'm a
it.
huge fan of Greek mythology. I was a
It's
huge fan
Greek
of
mythology.
the game
It's like-
Age of Mythology.
I want it to be good, but in my heart, I know it's gonna be like Diabolic Lovers all over
Nah,
again,
man.
and I'm gonna be disappointed.
This.
But
you're
so
still
much-
gonna watch it,
there's
aren't
so
you?
Sarah,
much
on the
bullshit
upside-
with fucking
Sarah, on the upside, you'll have 42 things to talk about.
Ken's making fun of her show for everyone who doesn't know. But yeah, I am gonna
Oh my
watch this.
God.
I don't know if Alan's joking or not, but I
No.
definitely
I'm
am.
genuinely excited for this.
I'm
Like,
genuinely
I
really
thoroughly,
excited.
I thoroughly enjoy reverse horror.
I'm gonna watch it, and I'm gonna hope with all my heart that it's as good as you guys are expecting.
I
it
don't
to
expect
be.
it to be anywhere good at all.
It's going to be anime of the year. Now your expectations can only get worse.
Oh God.
The thing about Amnesia and Diabolic Love is that they were god awful, but they were just so funny and enjoyable to watch just because of how bad they were. But
It's
if this
this
is
thing-
that, and honestly, I just love the concept of them being kind of like bishy versions of figures from Greek mythology because that never
Yeah.
happens. It's always fucking Nobunaga and everyone like
It's
that who's
always
kind of
Nobunaga.
reconfigured into something else. It's like we got some Greeks now, and it's another one that's
But,
based on like a PSP
just-
Otome game.
Yeah, I just please be good. Please, God damn it, be good. Otherwise, I'm gonna be so sad.
Yeah,
I
Wallowing
feel like
in
I can make
sorrow.
so many puns out of that, though. Like, the mythology of it.
maybe.
Oh my
But
God.
we'll have to. We'll have
And
to see
either
about
way,
that.
like
funny as
there
hell.
is one thing that's making it quite promising, in that the writing's being done by Tomoko Kamparu, who did like Kimi ni Todoke and Nana and stuff like that.
Wow.
So she knows her
Nana,
stuff.
wow. Okay.
Yeah,
Well, cross my fingers.
and just look up Sarah. Just look how pretty they are. Look at all
Yeah,
with
those
the
are-
red
Yeah, they're
hair.
pretty to look at, but I don't care if they don't entertain
What do you
me
mean
well.
you don't care?
What do you
course you
mean? Why are
care.
you watching anime?
Why would you watch a reverse harem if you didn't think they look good?
Yeah, that's like watching Gundam Seed for the story.
I know, right?
But yeah,
I just.
man. Talking
Okay,
about
let's tone it down a little bit now.
let's bring it back to neutral and talk about Kananjo ga Flag wa Oretara, which is the new Hoods anime, and I really fucking want to watch this.
This looks like shit.
Superficially, it looks like shit, but no,
But like,
this
isn't it like that one anime where like the visual novel choices would come up on the screen and he would have to like choose them? This is like that, but with flags.
It's like
Oh
it
my God.
seems like it
Do you
seems
mean-
like
do you mean
no
no
comment.
Kume?
It really does.
yeah,
yeah.
it's like that, but with flags.
I really want to see this.
Semaphore.
I don't think
I saw the PV for this. If there's one thing that I already hate about it, it's that the voice acting will probably suck in the show because it sucked in the PV.
Hey Ken, do you know Japanese?
No.
Oh well, the opinion immediately discarded. So yeah, I
I
want to see
just,
this because
I think it's going to be bad because it's by Hoods, and I don't
Yeah.
think they've ever done anything good.
no,
Shout
man,
out to
Sakana
Fantasy
Quasar.
Doll.
Let's not deny how good Sakana Quasar was, and we can. If we want to talk about actual good things, we can talk about Nazuna Kanajo X.
Yeah,
Which was actually pretty good.
MGX is the only thing notable they've done that's actually good.
Yeah, I would say Sakana Quasar. Everyone should go watch that. It's pretty amazing.
It's
about drinking
just
breast
it's about
milk.
lactating.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. The reason I want to see this though is about flags, and I'm just like, how?
Do you have a flag?
I'm just
How?
like, this is raising some flags because I have no idea how the fuck they're gonna pull this off.
Talk about stupid anime premises, like Jesus Christ.
Hey, let's not talk about stupid anime premises, or
It's-
we'll be
it's
here
just
all
no
day.
Kume again. No
We're
Kume
probably
was
already going to be here
alright.
all day. What do
We're
you-
probably already gonna be here a long ass
Probably.
time. But yeah, not much to say here about that one. If you like hoods, you're probably gonna love this. Other
if
than
you
the
like
same
wearing
show.
hoods, if you like putting up your hooded top and scaring old people,
I was about
then
to
this is the
say-
show for you.
If you wanna But if you also want to talk about shows with bad reputations, we can move on to the next one, which is TNK, which is Kenzen Robo Daimir Darle. I don't know why I said that in German. Almost sounds like
Daimir Dalal.
Another ecchi robot show, which I have to watch because it's also considered. It says it's seinen, which ecchi seinen is like the ultimate blending of genres. That's my favorite smoothie that an anime can possibly be.
It's by the director of High School DxD.
Oh my god, I'm so fucking excited.
Like, this is just, this is you, Holden.
High School DxD.
The thing is, I just don't like that it's going to be a comedy, because I've seen some pretty enjoyable, like, ecchi mechas, like, honestly, Line Barrels of Iron was a bit that, in a way.
Dude! Line Barrels of Iron, man. Oh my god. Everyone looked like Ash Ketchum. It was great. I loved it. That's the first time I've heard anyone talk about it since I saw it come out in Funimation. Yeah,
we
I really
spoke
liked
about
that
it on
show.
the last podcast.
Man. But it's probably you, again. But yeah, really excited about the show. Really want to watch it. Probably not going to be that good, but if it is, then I told you so.
I don't think it's going to be good. Like, looking at who's involved, there's no one worthwhile involved in this thing, but it looks like it's going to be a bit of fun. And if it's a bit of fun, then I'm down with it.
Yeah, if it's a bit of fun, then what more can you ask for? And
I seen that key visual, and it just doesn't scream comedy.
No,
it kind of threw me off the first time I saw it.
The thing that screams comedy is that the mech design is kind of, like, weird and ridiculous.
Shout out to Sid Mead's design of the Turn A Gundam.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Well, it's just like this asymmetric thing. Like the right arm is spindly and the left arm is like some fat off mega
it's
cannon.
It's like Laputa Castle in the Sky robots. No, it's like the robots from Castle in the Sky. They had the weird.
Shout outs to trying to watch Laputa and
shout out to Jeanne being a dense mother sometimes.
Shout out to Jeanne. But that's what it reminds me of, is those robots things in that movie. That was
But yeah, if in the same vein as just good wholesome fun, we can move on to the next one, which is Keroro, which is the Sergeant Frog spin-off thing. It looks like.
I love me some Sergeant Frog.
So
I agree.
Oh yeah.
If you really liked that, I think you're really gonna like this. The only flag that's setting off is that it's animated in Flash, and being an animator myself, I think Flash is sometimes the Antichrist.
Sometimes that's an understatement.
Right up there with the other Antichrists. Shout out to my man who made Erica 7AO. But yeah,
I thought the Antichrist was Mika.
Don't shout out to that person, Holden. Not even as a joke.
Okay,
not even as a joke.
I'm taking that back. I'm gonna call that a
no shout outs to you.
No shout outs to you. Boom! I fixed it. Aren't you proud of me,
Good day,
Mom?
sir. I said good day.
I said good day.
Tristan, I would like to ask you, because you watched the original Sergeant Frog, I think.
I own the original Sergeant Frog. Well, as much as Funimation has actually released of it anyway.
Yeah. What did you think of it?
Well, I didn't really so much like the sub that much, mainly because it's very much based in Japanese pop culture, which I'm not familiar with, but the dub was fucking amazing because they swapped out everything with North American pop culture, and I think that's what I liked the most about Sergeant Frog, so that means that with this, I probably won't be as interested. Not gonna lie.
Fair enough. No, it's very...
I read like a couple of volumes of the manga, and I just like how it's just kind of like, it's Gundam fan service.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like, he's building Gunpla. Yeah, I fucking love this thing.
Oh man, it's like that one Pedal anime where he went to Akihabara to get Gunpla for his brother.
Oh, you're a Pedal.
Yeah. Oh man. Pedals, man.
And Kiriro, he's such a good character. I love him. He's got so much charm and swagger. He's such a dude.
Oh man. Moving on to the next anime though. Since
speaking of charm and swagger,
we can talk about Kiniro no Korda, which is the blue sky.
It's Holden with blue hair.
And it's wow. He is like me with blue hair. Wow.
I've actually seen
that totally went over my head when I first looked at this.
This is a spin-off, and I've seen the anime.
Have you seen the original series from 2006?
Yeah, I've seen the original.
Well, it's not a spin-off per se. It's just that, like, it's a series of PS2 games. There's like 20 of them.
Yeah.
And this is based on one of those.
This is
I find
based
it
on
strange that, like, they've waited 8 years and they're going to make another series.
Well, see, the thing is that the other one I actually really liked. Because it was...
I've heard it's actually pretty decent.
It's a really decent reverse harem because they don't make the girl only think about the guys, it's more about her and her choices. So I really am actually excited for this one, because I'm like,
cool.
decent reverse harem. That's my thing.
For all you feminists out there, check it out.
Do all of them have music in them?
Yeah,
Like,
they all have
yeah,
music. They're all
I think it's
focused
all,
on
I think
music.
it's
How
all
was-
about music.
Yeah, how was it in that?
It's like
first
White Album,
one?
just better.
Really liked it because obviously there was lots of references to classical music, and I've had a lot of experience with that. So it was really, really kind of fun to see,
So
them play
you telling me
those sorts of
that-
things.
Is this
Mhm.
Nadame
Maybe I'll take a
Cantabile,
look
but
at
with
it.
bishies? Is that what this is?
Yes, that is exactly what it is.
Yeah, boy!
But yeah, it's about music.
I miss that show so much.
It's
So
about
good.
music and pretty boys playing music, which is the exact
speaking of-
opposite
Always a good
of
thing.
what we're talking about.
If you want
of
to,
the
if you
next
want to make
anime.
yourself immediately like 5,000% more attractive to girls, play music, and they will think, "Oh my god!"
Shout out to my boy Connor, but
But-
unfortunately, ladies, he's taken by my
No,
means.
shout out to that picture of Holden with the
violin. Oh man, that was a good time. So I was
It's even
playing-
at the same angle. Like, look at
It
that.
really does.
Oh my god.
Holden, this is Holden. You need to watch.
We're gonna
this movie
Photoshop
now.
this later today and just see how accurate this really is. But the same idea of me being a musical idol. Let's talk about Love Live School Idol Project second season. Ken, I know how upset you must be because I knew Ken didn't really like this. So that happens. Ken,
Yeah.
please talk about Love Live second Idol Project, or at least the first season with me, not the second season, which you haven't seen.
I watched the first 3 episodes.
Did you actually? I
of the
told you
first
not
season.
to, Ken.
No. I watched it. No. I watched it. No, I said this before too. I watched the first 3 episodes, but I never continued it. I watched it when it was airing still. But I can't get into it.
Okay, so
No matter how much I want to, I can't.
Really? I figured you
And
would
I-
be like the one person
No,
who would be able
if-
to get
if-
into it.
No, this
If
is the
there's
one.
any-
This is the
anyone-
one show I know that I thought Ken would like,
no.
but he doesn't.
No, the thing is, I matched this one together with AKB0048, which is also for me like really bad. It's like shitty CGI and like
Just like Idol
it's
Masters.
overly.
No,
It tries to be cute.
Holden.
No. It's not IMAX.
I'm trying to instigate things,
when
guys.
the first season of Love Live was first revealed, I was like, so it's going to be a poor man's IMAS? And by the time it was done, it wasn't a poor man's IMAS. It was the worst thing ever. Basically. It's horrible. I hate this show.
Shout out to Sekai de
I
Ichiban.
really
Whoa.
There's so few shows I get adamant and angry about, and this getting a second season appalls me. It really does.
But the thing is, it's only because it's Love Live and
It's
too
so
many people
popular.
love it in
It's so
Japan.
Infernally
I don't
popular.
understand it at all.
Ken,
I
how
really
the fuck
don't.
do you not understand? I understand you not sympathizing, but I do not understand you not understanding its popularity. Because Ken,
Okay, no,
I would
maybe
like
I
to
understand
give
its
you,
popularity,
like 10
but
reasons or
okay,
10
fine.
faces
Fair
why
enough.
it's popular. Right there.
Fair enough. I understand why. No, you know what? Fine. Yeah, I'll go on with Alan and say that I don't.
It's
like
fine
that
not
this
to
is
like
getting
it,
released.
but we
Holden,
understand why
would you
it's
say
popular.
it's acceptable for a series to be animated in normal animation, and as soon as they start dancing, it's in MMD?
Shout out to
That's the
Super
show.
Sonico. Oh my god.
Shout out to Super Sonico, the ending.
And the thing is, this thing was written and created by Hajime Yatate, the guy who did all of Gundam and
I was about to
everything
say,
good in
I
Sunrise.
know the
How do
pedigree
you
of the
go
show
from
is really
Zeta
good.
to this? I don't get it. It's and
Man, Super
people like
Sonico
it.
has some
People
really cool CG
really,
though
really
once.
like it, and I don't know why.
So
And
Ken,
you
you
know
only saw
what?
3 episodes of this?
Yeah, of the first season.
Well, that relates because now we're going to be talking about M3 Sono Kori Tetsu, which we don't know anything about,
More
but
information coming
but
soon.
I think
Coming
it is,
soon.
what
I
think
wanna know.
This is the long-awaited sequel to R2. This is M3. So if you like Code Geass, I highly recommend.
Though all we
M3.
need to know
my
at the moment
satellite
is that
now.
it's Studio Satellite Satellite, and it's a mecha. So think Macross.
And the director's the
I
same
think there's
person
going
who
to be
made
3
Princess
mechas
Tutu.
in it. I think it stands for Mecha 3.
I think Lelouch is still
Oh no! Wait a minute.
still walking.
No, it's just more Kuroko. They spelled Kuroko wrong because Kuroko's name is Kuroko Tetsuya. People call him Tetsu. It says Kuroki Tetsu. So
maybe this
it's
is
like
a sequel.
Kuroko mixed with robots.
What if
by
What if
satellite.
Kuroko was handed a state light? If it was given a satellite, holy shit, that would be something else. That'd be like fucking whenever Madhouse gave Gunslinger Girl season 2 away, and it was just what happened.
There was a season 2 to Gunslinger Girl.
Yeah, there is.
I haven't seen that.
But yeah. But moving on, we can talk about Mahou Shinso Tensei, or Taisen rather, which is a Mahou show by Studio Gainax. Those lovely folks who have given us stuff like Evangelion and Gurren Lagann.
And then has given us shit like See-Through Poo.
Yep. I'd like to say I'd like to refer to this show as Gainax's last chance.
Yeah. Do you know what I love about this, Alan, right? They weren't even holding any punches. They're like, it's Mahou Shoujo. Please watch it. Like, right there in the title, we're just gonna put Mahou Shoujo, cause someone might be stupid and watch it. But yeah, when I read this for the first time, it's about this otaku guy, and the only word that really stuck out with me was 2.5 dimension. And I was like, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is 2.5? Is it like Street Fighter 4?
We don't really know much about the show itself, or the fact that it's basically being launched as this mixed media project created by some random dudes on a reality TV show.
And this was the byproduct.
Yeah. And so they're bringing out like a Vita game, and like a card game, and other stuff.
Is this the work for the season that had like a lot of Pixiv artists?
Yeah,
actually,
I think so, yeah.
Yes, I think it is. Actually, yeah.
Yeah, like them. I mean, I like Pixiv artists.
By the way, everyone go follow Pixiv on Twitter if you have a
really...
Twitter. Yeah, Pixiv,
Get
really cool artwork. It's not
Yeah.
a person; it's a kind of like a DeviantArt for Japanese artists. Really cool stuff.
Pretty awesome.
Really cool stuff. It's a
Yeah.
compilation of stuff.
I mean, if anything, it has cool character designs.
That's
I
it.
guess.
Definitely does.
Yeah, we'll give it that.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
speaking of cool character designs, we can't talk about cool character designs and not mention Studio Madhouse, who's making a triumphant return with Mahoka Koko no Retusai.
Funnily enough, looking at this guy from the
Mahoka.
image, he reminds me a lot of the main character from Infinite Stratos. Even the uniform that he's wearing.
The girl
The
reminds me
first-
of Valvrave.
The first thing I got from this is the guy just looks
Valvrave.
like Kaito, Vocaloid.
Nah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. No, exactly.
No, I
see
really want to see this. I really
I've-
do. If
yeah,
there's
I've-
long
I've-
It's
anime,
very
It
hyped.
looks really
A lot of
promising.
people are looking forward to this one.
I'm really forward
A
to
lot
this
of
because
people
it's
are.
Madhouse doing shonen, and Madhouse shonens are just nuts.
Like
Hunter
this
x
manga
Hunter.
is really popular too, isn't it?
Yeah.
The light novels.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
I've
light
got
novels.
quite an interesting thing about this, is because I almost read the light novels of this like 2 years ago. Because like after I got really into Index, and someone was like, "Yeah, you should read these light novels. This Mahou Koko Reitetsu, it's really good." And I was like, "Oh, I probably will." And I got them all on my e-reader, and I haven't read them yet. But it's like, oh, it's an anime now, so I don't need to read those now. But it looks really cool. It sounds really cool. The
Yeah, I
only thing
really
is,
want
like,
to see it.
it's another show about like an academy where people learn magic, and the show they did this season is also a show about an academy where people learn magic, being Mahou
No, like
Sensei.
pretty
it's
bad.
funny because if I remember correctly, because I did take a look at the manga, because there is a manga for it,
Yeah.
and I believe that they also have an Academy City.
Oh,
my God.
If I'm not
brilliant!
mistaken.
When schools run cities, that's when you know your economy's really
Because
fucked up.
If this is just like very very similar to Index, I'm down with it. I'm down with it. I'm on it like a cob on it.
You're on it
Yeah, man.
with your bone, like Majin
So
Bone.
I do think it's just going to be really good.
Yeah, and that girl is an Emoto.
Oh, sweet.
Just throwing that out there.
Kenneth, come
There's
on.
no
Like,
escape.
did you
There's
have
no
to
escape.
say that?
There's no escape there. No. Let me
like-
point out though that like look at the other
Kunichan.
series that we looked at so far. There are none, almost no Emoto. Maybe the archetypes
It's
are there.
'cause they're
somewhere,
all
but,
this
like,
season,
we
Ken.
have barely seen. Yeah, they're all this season. No, that's
all
yeah,
your
but that's the thing. It's just like
Chan, Gakitas.
yeah. So for better or for worse, they're
They're just
they're
cramming
pretty
all the
much
Emotos
almost
into
non-existent
this one.
here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man, Alan. You
Holden.
like Weiss Schwartz, don't you?
I fucking love Weiss Schwartz.
What do you think of Majin Bone?
I think they really need to stop making random adaptations of random card games.
Would you rather they
was
made
not
an
good.
adaptation of Weiss
Oh my
Schwartz?
god,
They
it'd be
already
like
did.
Super
It's called
Smash
Weiss Survive,
Brothers.
and it's really
Yeah.
weird.
Dude,
They did it
imagine
like
if they made
7
like an
years
actual
ago.
one. It'd be like Super Smash Brothers with anime characters.
It's the Weiss Survive is really weird. It's just about people like kind of sort of playing Weiss Schwartz, but with like the mascots for Bushy Road
Oh,
instead of
I
actual anime
I
characters.
fucking remember this now. Oh my god, I remember the commercials too that came out alongside something like that.
Yeah.
With the guy who was just playing with this little Emoto who was in like an inner tube or something. Do you remember this?
I never watched those PVs.
Oh
no.
man,
I
this
haven't
shit's
even watched all of
fucking
Weiss
cray
Survive. I
cray.
just couldn't believe they made a Weiss Schwartz anime.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy. But since I asked Alan last, hey Ken, did you like Bakuman?
Yes, I
Hey.
did. I love.
Oh man, so then
Bakuman.
let's talk about Mangaka-san to Assistant-san to. And this is by a Zexus, and it's about a mangaka and an assistant, because for those of you who are just stupid, manga is not usually made entirely by one person, but rather a team of individuals who work conglomeratively, and this is supposed to be of that. The funny thing is this is about basically the classic reference material mangaka thing story, where it's like the manga's like, I don't know what the fuck this looks or feels like, so I need to experience it to improve my manga. Which is the setting of every doujin involving manga ever. By the way,
Pretty much.
it's I
Yeah.
don't know how fornication feels, so I'd love you to teach me.
Well, hopefully they're
It's
actually
really
making
important
manga and they're not
that you
making
teach
hentai manga.
Hopefully they're.
And apparently she's at his whims pretty much. It's
I
like,
really
yeah,
wanna
Let him
watch
touch
this.
her breast so he will know how it feels.
Yeah, exactly.
I really want to watch this because even if they're not making manga, even if they're just making love,
Making
they're
babies.
making something, and that's gonna make
It
me
looks
watch
funny.
This
I-
seems like
it looks
really
like
It
it's
looks.
entertaining.
I
And,
am legitimately interested in this one.
It reminds
looks
me
like
of
it's
a,
gonna be a fun time.
It reminds
And
me of a
the-
series
the,
called
uh,
Koimoku by Dalyong Slim, Dalyong Lim, the guy who made stuff like Freezing.
Well,
And-
the
And-
manga that this is based
And know that
off,
it's just
the writer did
know
something
that it's
called,
also a harem.
did something called Doujin Work a while ago, and that's
Mm.
an anime that I've seen, and that
Mm.
was it wasn't great. It was
It was
really fun.
okay.
I thought,
The
I
other
thought
thing
it was
is that
really,
the
I found
director-
it very enjoyable.
The other thing is that the director only has one other show to his name, and that is being the assistant director for Nobunaga.
Nobunaga, yep.
Oh man,
And the only thing the
Run!
writer's done is Ake no Hana, and Ake no Hana wasn't very well adapted, in my opinion.
no, it wasn't.
Let's
Gene, we also
make the
hate
last
you.
episode a recap episode. That's a good idea, said no one ever.
Yo.
No, see, I enjoyed
I love
Say
you,
I
Gene.
Love You was Zexus, and I enjoyed that.
Say I Love You is really good.
Yeah.
I agree that it could be
I had
good.
a feeling Ken would be
God.
all over Say I Love You.
Yeah, the thing is, this being Zexus doesn't really throw me off because
Yeah.
this isn't going to be particularly visually demanding if they're just kind of sitting and talking and touching each
Sitting
other
there.
for a bit. I'm down with that.
And the other thing is that it's a harem also, which kind of threw me off. I thought it was just those two.
That would
He's
be,
gonna have more than
that'd
just
be
one
really
assistant.
intimate
There's
if
gotta
that
be
was the
other
case, man.
assistants.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
Do you know what else is crazy, guys? Why the Japanese are still adapting comic book heroes. Why do we even try anymore? If we made a good one, I'd be like, yeah, make the Flash, do something cool. But no, I feel like, have you, any of you guys, seen the, back in the day, back when they adapted the Marvel had a partnership with Madhouse and made the Iron Man, the Blood series, the Blood Trinity,
No,
um,
I avoided those like the plague because I heard they
and
were
Wolverine.
absolutely horrible.
and X-Men, and they were garbage. Oh my
I
god.
automatically assumed that, like, hearing about it.
Oh
Can we
my
just
God.
assume that this is going to be crap and move on?
Yeah, I
It
don't
will-
think there's anything
yeah.
to say about it.
No,
There's
there is
one
nothing to say
working
about it.
on
I was just
who's
making a
worth-
point.
Who's worth mentioning.
Shout out to Power Girl. Moving on to the newest Shaft anime, which has yet to
Oh,
have a
yes.
confirmed director as far as this list goes.
It's
Although I'd
Aki
have to
Kishimbo.
assume it's Aki Kishimbo.
There hasn't been a Shaft so done by Shinbo since F. And
The
that
show
was,
we're
like,
talking about is a
years and years ago.
Mekaku City Actors. And this one, I also wrote down in my book of my list of shit that I really want to watch. Right now I'm watching.
As a Vocaloid fan, this is a good
Yeah.
thing to, like, really be hyped.
Okay, Ken, can you please explain to me its relation? Because I was when I first looked at this, I was completely unaware of its relation to Vocaloid at all.
It's basically like
yeah.
Black Rock Shooter. Like it was originally a song that then got made into a story.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. Like it's not so much a song
Well,
as it
hope
is
it
a
doesn't
series
suck.
of songs.
Yeah.
It's there are 2 albums out right now, and there's a manga that basically all of them just tell this story about these eccentric group of people, and that's all I know about it.
So it's like
the
us.
songs. Yeah.
So
Oh,
it's like us.
wait.
Us.
Like, the thing is though, looking at the PVs though, like I guess there's some sort of canon story to it that I can't really piece together with the songs.
Okay.
Yeah.
But the music videos though, they are really cool. They look pretty much Shaft-esque already.
Mm.
So just seeing Shaft actually do it
Well,
makes so much
Yeah.
sense. And I like Shinbo going crazy with this one won't be such a bad thing.
The thing is, it's not
Whereas with
Shinbo
Nisekoi,
going
it might
crazy.
seem
It's
over the
Shinbo
top.
adhering to everything he's been doing for the last 5 years. I'm so
Yeah.
tired.
Well,
of Shinbo.
crazy for us, normal for
I
him.
liked Nisekoi because I hadn't followed Shinbo in about 5 years.
Yeah, just
So Nisekoi is just
I've gone from with
I love
Shinbo. He's like Madoka really stood out, Monogatari really stood out, and everything he's done since Monogatari has just been Monogatari again. Like Sasami-san was literally just felt like him practicing making Monogatari. Nisekoi does not need to be like that. It does
Nisekoi
not.
doesn't.
It doesn't, but I do like it though.
I'm enjoying Nisekoi.
I really like Nisekoi, but from an aesthetic standpoint, Alan, I could not agree more.
Really, Nisekoi,
yeah,
give
no,
it to
I
JC Staff. JC Staff could do a bang up job with Nisekoi.
Yeah.
That is, JC Staff are the king of that kind of story.
I agree.
Honestly,
Jason
I
Statham is the king, man.
really, I am so bitter. Honestly, I can't even really enjoy Nisekoi and try to just because I'm so bitter about the fact that he just does not fit that thing. This seems like something that he would fit, but I just get to the point with Shinbo now that like he keeps doing the same thing and it's annoying me.
He definitely is appearing to
Yeah.
be a broken record in a lot of ways. And we've really broke down, the aesthetic styling and everything of his stories. And so seeing it so often, it really feels like these are just spin-offs and not
Yeah.
independent
Exactly.
series.
It's
Um,
because when so many people look at Shinbo, be like, oh, he's so unique and so interesting, and he does all these things that
and
no
I'm
one
like,
else
oh, you've
does."
only seen one
But
thing
then-
by him.
But then he just keeps doing it again and again and again. It just gets old really quickly. I want him
And
to
yet-
challenge himself.
And yet, all of the stuff that he makes sells a
Of course
lot.
it does.
Of course it
Nisekoi
does.
is like the most popular thing
Yeah.
airing.
Nisekoi is the
It's
most popular
ridiculous.
anime out in Japan right now. Kill la Kill really
Yeah.
can't hold the torch to just how
It's
popular.
insane. Like the most popular
Nisekoi
things
is.
at the moment are Nisekoi and Noragami. Noragami, I think, deserves that. Nisekoi, I really don't think.
Nisekoi's pretty good. I
And
like it.
so for those of you that do follow the whole Kagura Days project, you'll be happy to know that Jin, the guy that
Yeah,
pretty
I
much
thought that
makes
was cool.
everything in regards to it is he has a huge say in the production. Like I
He's
I forgot
actually
what he
doing
does
the scripts.
Yeah,
specifically.
he
The
has a
writing.
huge
Yeah,
part
the
of it.
writing.
So when the person who actually made the original story is doing the scripts, that means it's going to be very true to what it's meant to be.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
it's gonna be
I'm not gonna write it off. I'm not gonna be like this is gonna be bad because Shinbo's working on it. I'm willing to give Shinbo as many chances
As he
he'll
needs.
as he'll
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
But I really, it's not.
He's
even,
too
I think
much.
it's
He's
just a
too
case of-
important of a director to
yeah,
just give up on.
Even if like with me and Shinbo, I really need to just kind of take a break from him and then come back to him. And I'll probably like him again. But currently,
Mhm.
anything he does, it's so streamlined and is exactly how he's always done it. That I want to see him do
I
something
can agree with that
different.
because the last
And-
Shinbo anime I saw was Nisei Monogatari, and that was years ago. And then now I'm switching to
'Cause, I
Nisekoi.
mean, There are people like Shinbo who we can look at being a director and saying that he's more in the vein of an artist than many
Auteur,
others,
yeah.
and he's done the worst thing that any artist can do, and that's settle into a comfort zone.
Yeah,
And as an
I agree with
artist,
that.
you can't do that.
No,
yeah,
no,
as
no.
an artist, I think settling is not the best thing. But yeah, I'm not writing this off.
I kind of
Yeah,
feel that
Holden,
way
you put it
about
best.
Generabuchi too. That he's kind of doing the same thing.
Yeah, but I would never.
And I need
I'll
to
give him
take
as
a
many
break from
chances as
him.
he needs. But yeah, Ken, what were you saying, mate?
Yeah, no, you put it best. The auteur.
Yeah, he really is an auteur. He's
Sure,
like,
yeah,
I do the same
it's-
thing every time, and you're gonna deal with it.
And you're still gonna buy it anyway.
It's still prints money. Why would I fix the printer if it's still counterfeit? But yeah, well, I'm definitely not writing this off. Definitely want to see it. But there is something that I'd like to address, and that's to Tristan specifically.
Yes.
Tristan,
Yes.
I know.
Yes.
Did you like Mushishi?
Yes.
Of course he did.
What would you
Motherfucking
say?
yes,
What would you,
team
what would
fucking
you
hype.
say if they're making a season 2?
This is gonna probably be my favorite show this season.
It's Mushishi Zoku Show, for those who are watching.
If it's anywhere near as good as the first season, yes.
Which
I haven't
I'm
watched
pretty
the
sure it will
OVA
be.
that came out
It's-
recently, mainly because it's one of those things where I know I'm gonna like it so much that I don't want to watch it.
Yeah,
Because
that's the thing with this kind of series is you kind of like you want to hold back and know it's there because once it's done, you're like you
It's
always
gone.
want more to come back to. Mushishi is something,
But now that I know second season is here, I can actually watch the OVA.
because Mushishi is one of those things you kind of want to just have on the back burner, watch an
I
episode
hold-
every now and then just so you can.
Well,
always
that's the
come
great
back
thing
to
about
it.
Mushishi is that there is no overarching storyline, so you literally can just watch like an episode a month and be fine.
But yeah, so this has been a long time coming. Like, the last one was like 2005, 2006 around is when it aired.
Yeah,
So,
something
like,
like that.
Poof, man, this is
Almost
the
a-
part of
It's
the
been out
decade.
long enough so that it took a few years for Funimation to actually dub it, and then it's been a few years since then.
Almost a decade is how long
Almost
this took.
10 years, yeah.
Yeah.
Almost a
Later part of
decade.
a decade, yeah.
So this proves recently with the recent announcement of, which we haven't talked about yet, but I'm going to say it anyway. The new Legends of the Galactic Heroes. If these are any indicators, the anime is definitely returning to high profile old IPs, and not giving up. I mean, I was
Can
really
we,
shocked by both of those titles.
Can we
just
get
being
a
announced.
Kino's Journey season 2 next? Can that be a thing? If that was
Man,
a
we
thing.
could get.
Ooh.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's a Habane Renmei season 2 somewhere in there.
Nah, well, the difference between both of those is I think Kino's Journey covered all of the original material
I
between the
don't think
show
it did.
and the movie.
There's loads of Kino light novels. I'm pretty sure there's loads and
Really?
loads of stuff to adapt.
Well, if there's more shit to adapt, then yes,
Yeah,
please.
there's
But
definitely
Hibernate, no,
loads and loads of
Hibernate's
Kino.
Hibernate's done.
And then you have what's it called? Full Metal Sigma just ended. Full Metal Panic Sigma, the manga just ended, which is fantastic, by the way. Highly recommend reading it.
Yeah,
if
but the
you've
problem
seen it.
is I don't think we're gonna get Full Metal Panic anymore because the rights are
Kyoto
currently
Annie.
with Kyoto Annie, and they're not gonna fucking do anything with that
That's so
anymore.
annoying because I really want to see the Arc State Lavatane animated.
Oh man, that would be really cool, wouldn't it?
The Lavatane is such a cool design.
Oh wait, we don't have a Kyo Annie work this season.
No, we don't.
Oh no, we do.
Well,
Never
we have
mind.
a movie,
Fuck
yeah,
you,
we have a
Ken.
film.
Well, we have a movie,
It's
but
a movie.
I don't count.
but we
it.
don't have a series from Kyoto Annie. They're
we
probably
don't have a
waiting and
series.
They're
saving all
gearing
their
up for
money to
free.
make gearing up for free.
They're gearing up for free
Yeah.
season
Oh,
2.
can't
Alan,
wait.
you and me, Team Hype Man.
Everyone
Team
should be
hype.
team hype about free season 2.
I'm
I'm
team
actually
hype about
pretty hype. Yeah, I'm pretty hyped too.
Man, what have I done? I created a monster when I
Free.
made Team Hype.
We're no longer.
It's
out of
like
your
when
control.
you said shout outs and you got
Team
tired
hype
of
is
it.
no longer just me and you, Holden. Team
I
hype
know.
is an ideology.
It's an ideology that I feel like I ruined. But you know what they say?
That should just be like the title of this podcast, Team Hype.
Team Hype, that's pretty much what it is. It's like, this might as well be the hype season. Really excited about a lot of things on here. Not limited to the next one we're talking about, which is No Game, No Life by Madhouse Studios.
Kenneth, here's your emoto.
Really?
Kenneth, here's your emoto right here.
Oh, she's in a Emoto?
She's a little sister.
Yeah. you
A brother and a little
fuck.
sister.
Oh, there we go.
You
Fantastic.
dumbass.
There's your emoto.
Well,
There's your emoto.
prior to knowing that, it was interesting because the artwork. I mean, I don't think the character designs are great, but the colors are just.
Reminds me of
I
Alice in
love the
Wonderland.
colors.
I like the character
Yeah.
The
design. so
checkerboards in the
fucking
background.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really am looking
Oh,
forward to this
man.
one, actually. If
It's
not
etchy.
strictly because Madhouse is just Madhouse. They do
Yeah.
when they do a series,
Madhouse are
it
kind of
has something
going
about
ways.
it that always impresses me. Always. There's never a Madhouse series that doesn't do at least one little thing that impresses me. So I'm really excited about it.
Even with the Marvel stuff.
No, but I mean, it impressed me that they even considered
did
it.
it. It
So
impressed me that they came
they
out.
did Marvel.
That they did it in the first.
That I was like, what? They're doing Marvel? What? I feel like a much more Japanese oriented Marvel thing was if we like went with like Power Girl or Marvel Girl, or just some busty fucking white chick from one of the comic series, because that suits them a lot more than Blade. But yeah, I'm really excited about this one.
They're written by Yuki Hanada. Yuki Hanada knows what she's doing. Robo Knights, Princess Jellyfish, and Steins
Yep,
Gate.
just yes. I was about to say.
Ooh,
Really good
yeah.
stuff. In the same vein, as games itself. We're talking about another game, or rather, it's a sports anime, which is
Ping
Ping
Pong.
Pong, the animation.
Ping pong.
Every other one has been fake.
Oh,
This is
man.
the official
Oh, yeah.
animation of
Yeah,
Ping
man.
Pong, apparently.
Ping,
So Ping Pong Club never happened.
Forget about that show.
As I say, forget about Ping Pong Club, never happened. Or that one episode of Danchikoku Senno Nichijou didn't happen. This is the
Or
official
several
one.
episodes of things where they're at hot springs and they randomly play ping pong.
All that didn't happen. This is the real official one.
Okay.
I think the most
I've got
interest-
a lot to say about this. So can other people say what they need to say?
I have a lot to
first
say
before
about
we
it as
go
well,
balls
so I think
deep?
we'll be competing for airtime here. Because,
I'm gonna let
It
you two
looks
take over,
different.
I
oh
guess.
man, I'm so excited for this one. It's the seinen sports series that I really hope it is. Then it'll be everything I've dreamed of.
Has anyone seen the film from 2002 that this manga got adapted into before? Because
No.
that film
there's
is
a
really
film.
good.
No.
I think anyone listening, and you guys as well,
Yes.
before this airs, watch the film just called Ping Pong. Came out in 2002. It was adapted from the same manga. That film is really good. Really fucking good. It's one of my favorite
Oh,
Japanese films.
okay.
I
Do you like
thoroughly
the-
recommend checking that out.
Do you like the
Alright.
tone of it a lot?
Yeah, it's kind of like, it's semi-serious, semi-competitive, because it's really quirky.
Brilliant.
And that brings me on to the next thing, in that this is being directed by Masaki Yuasa, and it is very much in his style, the guy who did Tatami Galaxy and Mind Game.
Yep.
If you watch the PV for this, it's really like fucked up
Yeah.
and weird, which is his style.
Yeah.
And honestly, to me, that guy can do no wrong in
Man,
many ways. Like
you really can't.
Mind
Have
Game and
you-
Tatami Galaxy are
Mind Game, dude, it's so
incredible.
fucking crazy.
It's so good. And him doing a sports series and him doing this really, really quirky series with some really interesting characters in it. I can't wait. This
It's
is
also
of,
like-
of the four
Yeah.
the four sports series airing this season. I think this is the one I'm looking forward to the most, just because without a doubt it's going to be something different.
It definitely will be.
Yeah,
it's by
as-
Tatsunoko
I mean, like-
too, which is always unique that you ever see
As long
those
as-
fossils come to the surface. Man,
As long as the story is or like the characters are as good as you say they are. I mean, the artwork in itself just drew me in.
Yeah.
Like it's different, which is why we kind of watched Akunohana, some of us. But like,
yeah, we
Yeah.
also
but,
shot
I mean,
ourselves.
it
It's different, but it's also consistent to Masaki's other works. So
yeah.
Yeah, it's very
So-
consistent. You know,
Yeah,
I would even
anyone on the fence about it, go and watch the film.
Yeah.
I promise you, you'll enjoy it.
yeah, it's very in his style. He's done it before. It follows his rhythm. Speaking of rhythm, we can talk about Pretty Rhythm All-Star Selection. Not Pretty Cure, not the same thing. Similar, but not.
Oh, I always thought they were the same thing.
They're similar.
Nope.
I think that I'm pretty sure there is some correlation between them, but I'm not sure of it. I'm not sure if it's like kind of like the whole Kamen Rider and the Super Sentai correlation where it's occasional, or if it's a straight up spin-off, you know? I don't know enough
Oh,
about
it's
it,
music.
but you should all watch this. It's gonna be anime of the year if you only watch this anime and for this whole year. Definitely will be nothing for anime of the year
Nothing
if it's the
else.
only thing you watch.
If. And
But
only if.
As I dodge that mine and go into the safe zone with Ryoja Nanana no Maizukin, which is the new A1 Pictures anime. Pretty looking forward to this one, actually.
Are you now?
Yeah, I am. A1 Pictures, you know, despite all the flack they may get, I think that they're a really solid studio.
They are. It just depends on
I mean, like-
whatever
They
they're adapting.
Yeah.
Adapting.
I mean-
Like this season, Sekai Seppuku is just like it's batshit crazy. I don't even think it's that great, but it's just fun to watch.
Yeah, I think it's solid, you know. I think that the biggest thing recently is that A1 Pictures gets a lot of flack because they made stuff like Sword Art Online, which like it, love it, hate it. Pretty popular series, sold a lot. A1 has a lot of money to blow now.
IMAS.
And with the addition of Sword Art Online Season 2, you know, A1 can only pad their wallet so much before it explodes. Which I hopefully will be Sword Art Online Season 2, which I'm really excited for. I've never even seen the first season, let's be honest here. But yeah,
Is this an original IP or is this based off
It's
of
based on a light novel.
it's based on, as I say, it's an LN, I think.
see.
It's about NEETs, and shows about NEETs are great.
Yeah, I was about to say, there's actually 3 anime about NEETs going on right now. So I think that everyone is either not educated, experienced, or in training because Japan is trying to make a very broad stroke statement about everyone who's just a NEET, apparently. Or they're all just like, hey, we're all NEETs now because you watch our anime, and that makes you a NEET. That'd be some really interesting fucking throwing the viewer into the fray if they just like pinpointed them perfectly, which I don't think will ever be done. But yeah, I do want to watch this actually, because I have a thing for neat shows. Kind of like
I just have a lot of faith in A1 Pictures. Like
I do
they
too.
make some bad stuff, but like last year they made so many good shows, like Silver Spoon and
They
Outbreak
really
Company
did.
and stuff like that.
Silver Spoon.
A1 Pictures
too.
are they do a lot of
Silver
good stuff.
Spoon.
I wanna eat pizza right
Silver
now.
Spoon's fucking awesome.
Born with that silver spoon.
Silver Spoon just is
Oh,
the
man.
best.
I'm tempted to leave the house and buy some pizza after we're done
That-
recording this. because
Silver
of how
them
Spoon
amazing
feels
that
with,
pizza episode
with
was.
It makes me want to eat things.
Dem feels with pork bowl.
Yeah, man.
No, I was like
Oh my
pork ball.
God.
Chop 'em up,
Butadon!
make bacon. Bacon. I want the bacon.
Oh yeah.
Bacon strips and bacon strips and bacon strips
More
and
bacon.
strips.
Anyway, disregarding Silver Spoon and Butadon dying, obviously always making us sad. Like sad on Desi.
I was going to say, yeah, it's pretty true. Gynex.
It's another
Gynex.
Gynex show.
This is your last shot, man.
This is your other last chance.
This
I don't
is
think
it.
this one's
This
really
is your
going to do
other
anything
last
for
Let's
Yeah.
put it this way, Alan. They have a double barrel, and they're either pointing it in their face like Kurt Cobain, or they're gonna hit the mark and get a straight bullseye, or they're gonna
It's
blow
like-
their own head off.
With
Um,
Maho Shoujo Tyson, I think that show is an opportunity for them to really get something, because I've already seen Gynax do a Magical Girl show before, and
Yeah.
Magical Girl shows are
But
generally
this, man,
very
we have to
popular.
agree on this one.
But
like, what the fuck
this
is it
isn't
they
their
doing?
forte. Like Gynax, we've seen them do slice of life comedies and romance comedies and stuff before. And like, what like He Is My Master? That show was terrible.
And His and Her Circumstances. His
Oh
and Her
my
Circumstances was pretty
God.
fucking amazing.
That's
But
really,
that was a long
that was-
fucking
that,
time.
That was them back when they had loads of money.
No,
That's true.
Hanamaru Kindergarten was pretty good.
Ken.
Come on, come
Ken.
on. Really? You're gonna peg me for that one too?
Ken.
Is this Chris Hansen?
Hanamaru Kindergarten was
I have an
excellent.
address I'd like to give you.
I have heard that's good.
It shocked me though, because I just did not expect it to be that different.
You also liked the Mosaic series recently as well, didn't you?
Yeah, well, Kinnear Mosaic, but that's not
Chris
Gynax.
Hansen, seriously, get on this.
But no, but this is like See-Through Boo without the guns, so it's just a regular cute
So-
girls doing cute things.
And that was the entire thing. Wait, isn't C3 without the guns nothing? 'Cause that was
It's
the
so
no,
true,
well,
though.
the thing it is,
really
it
is.
is. But the thing is though, See-Through Boo without the guns. Actually, no, See-Through Boo without the melodrama would have been great. The guns were fine. The thing is, like, what I was expecting with See-Through Boo was, every episode they'd have a battle of some sort with, just like, whatever they do with
It's
the guns.
fun to dream, Ken.
Just like
I'm with you there.
fighting, yeah.
A boy has the right to
But
dream.
no, but then it went into the main character becoming this stupid bitch and
Whoa.
ended up
I don't
becoming
think I've ever
a
heard Ken say
Harsh
bitch.
words.
Can you say that again, Ken?
bitch.
Okay, speaking of bitch, I would like to
Okay.
circumvent the problem and go straight to the new bitch in anime by To Be Determined Animation Studios. Really good.
One of my favorite studios.
I like
Yeah,
Studio
my
TVA,
favorite.
man.
Seiko
they're
no
To Be
Dragon
They're the
Dog.
best.
This is my alley, man. Like, I really want to watch this.
Another
It's,
ecchi
for those of you who don't know,
fantasy.
It looks
Dra-
so bad.
Dragon's Panzer. No, I'm really excited for this one. I think
It looks so
it's got a lot going for it. It can only get better in my eyes. For those who don't know, quick bullet point rundown. It's about a guy. He's got the mark of a Dragon Master guy, and he goes to Dragon Master guy school, and all the Dragon Masters laugh at him because he doesn't have a dragon because he can't summon it. And one day he does summon a dragon, and it's not like a normal mythological dragon like everyone else. It's a girl, and I'm like, woo! This is gonna be awesome. When he's gonna ride his dragon,
man.
it's gonna be mildly sexual.
This is
Oh,
kind of one
yes.
of those things that's just like, yeah, that's what an anime is about, guys. You want to tell people what anime is?
Tell
What's
him about
this?
that summoning
That
a dragon
is
who's a
anime.
girl
Yeah,
that you
this
have to
one
ride.
right
Boom. Anime. Make it, watch it every day. Really do. I do really want to, in all honesty, really want to watch this. I think it will give me a good smile, or hopefully blue balls. That's the best thing I can ask for in an ecchi show. If it's giving me the urge, man, then boom, you're doing your job well. Because there's
Jeez.
nothing more than I would love to feel than that.
But
um,
she looks like she's 10 years old.
I can. I do.
Don't look at me. I'm not
I got
watching
an anime
this.
for you.
The rest of them are all
Don't
like
look at
relatively
me.
buxom, so we're all good.
Yeah, we're all good.
But she looks like she's 10 years old.
Hey man, if the age is on the clock, it should be on the cock. It's
Hey,
Kenneth Bleeder, by the way.
If there's grass on the pitch, if there's grass on the pitch, play ball.
Yeah, if there really is.
If there is no grass, play in the
So if she shaved, you're saying, then you're out of luck. Oh man, this went a completely different direction than I was hoping. A much more psychological one, which falls under the genres of the next anime that I like to talk about, which is Selector Infected WISOX. JC Staff. That's a list. That is a name.
This is going to be so weak sauce.
Weak sauce.
This
It
show is
kind
just so
of
weak
looks
sauce.
like the Kyoto Annie style.
I think it's Wicross. I think it's Wicross.
What if it's straight up WIXOSS and they spell it every time?
What if it's the future version of lacrosse?
Because they like to put X's in and say you pronounce it as
Super
cross.
Dimensional Fortress Wicromox?
I mean, it looks like it's a card game. So
Another
I
show
mean,
about
look at
card
she's
games.
holding a card in her hand, and everyone else in the background is also holding cards.
It's based off of a card game, if I'm not mistaken, or some sort of game.
Oh my god, Alan!
Is it a dangerous game? Is it the vortex of a dangerous game?
The PV looks. It looks like they're trying to go for like high tension thriller horror, not horror, like
like a
psychological,
horror, like the things I pick up on the corner. Not that I do that personally, but
It's a show about girls and cards, written by someone who wrote another show about girls and cards called Fantasista Doll, and that one was god awful. So that guy's track record involving girls and cards doesn't prove me to be all that excited about this show about girls and cards.
Holy shit! I remember that, man. Dude, I like blocked that from my memory. Holy crap.
Well, the director is Takuya Sato, who did Steins Gate.
And he's also
and,
Say I Love
Mario
You.
Kata.
Man, I really blocked that from my memory. Like fucking trypophobia, man. That was straight up blocked. I forgot all about that show. Oh, man.
Yeah, and Mario Kata, for
Unbelievable.
better or for worse.
But yeah, JC Staff and JC Staff makes anime. And that's why they made this, I assume.
Good Holden. We'll start on our alphabets tomorrow.
But yeah, this wasn't made by
Instead of
Bones,
alphabets,
despite
we
the
should, yeah.
WIXOSS. But yeah, I'm not going to be
cross.
watching this one,
Who
sadly.
cross? We cross.
Yeah, we cross.
Weak.
Lacrosse.
But if there's one anime that I think is the most important anime, objectively speaking,
Oh jeez.
it's probably Sidonia no Kishi, which is
You have reasonings. Go.
this is the first anime, as far as I'm concerned, or know of, that will be released on Crunchyroll, not Crunchyroll, Netflix worldwide, and that's a huge step.
Granted, I don't think it's simulcast. Isn't it in the summer?
It might be, but even so, the whole thing, the reason that even if I don't like it, again, like the whole Space Dandy thing, it's even if I don't like it, I want it to succeed.
So wait.
Because what it stands for.
If it's going on Netflix, is it getting dubbed for Netflix or is it just going up sub?
It's all up in the it's all up in the air right now. We don't know.
I can't imagine
don't know too much,
they'd be able to get it dubbed in time.
I can't.
Well, at this
Otherwise,
point,
it'd be a bigger
if there's not a dubbing studio already attached to it at this point, I doubt there will be. Because I would have thought that if a deal was made, if there was a deal to be made with Netflix and an anime, I would have thought that Funimation would have already been like, yes, we're totally promoting this shit right now.
Unless Netflix just does it in house. Like, I mean, since they're spending all of these like billions of dollars on their own IPs and stuff,
House
it's
of Cards.
They could just do it. Yeah,
Well,
they could
Shout out
just,
to my boy
you know,
David Fincher.
Well, they just get random people from the office to dub the characters.
Either that or they just pay Bang Zoom to do it.
Or we'll just get Stanley straight up, just that man dubs everything. But yeah, for those of you guys,
This is going to be another one of those like 100% CG shows. Like,
it is a 100% CGI show from what I've got. It's going to be it's not directed by Montiel, which is surprising. But it is like BRS and Ruby in that it is 100% CG.
Well, just the last one I watched, being Arpeggio of Blue Steel. It took me a while to get into the animation because I can't stand CG animation generally.
Oh man, how did you feel about Mobile Suit Gundam Igloo?
Don't get me started on Igloo, man. But Arpeggio Blue Steel actually ended up being pretty good, like really enjoyable. So I can get behind it if everything else is good. And I saw the other picture, the other promo picture somewhere else has a robot in the background. So it's got robots in it. I'm all over it.
Yeah,
Might be
it
some
does have robots in it, from what I've seen, actually.
Even though it doesn't say mechas listed as one of the genres, which kind of threw me off a little bit.
Well, it's kind of like, yeah, it's like how people...
And it's also nice because
don't.
the scriptwriter is the same scriptwriter from Kino's Journey.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
So it's a... Yeah, I hope for the best for it, you know? I really hope it does stuff that I'm not foreseeing right now. That'd be great. I would love it. But yeah, Polygon Pictures. But moving on to another Studio Periat, which was one of the early ones we talked about as well, the first one, I believe, which is Sore de Mosakai wa Utsukishi.
Nike.
Yeah, I really want to watch this. It's got Nike, which is the main female protagonist, or Nike, if you want to be a white person about it. Nike, the princess. No relation.
What is actually just the history of a clothing brand?
What?
We could just call them.
No, you guys remember that one anime about
the alternative part of
the
it?
one video game anime a while ago where they had all the kingdoms and shit, and they're all named after game companies.
Aoi Sekai no Chushin.
Yeah. Like, imagine if this is like the story of like the Air Jordan line and how it got originated, and like.
Well, Nike's like a goddess, actually.
She's in the air right now.
Adidas.
And then this is like, oh, they just the new. Oh man, that'd be fucking crazy. But yeah,
The opening song is Space Jam.
come on and slam.
Go on, Space
And then
Jam.
Reebok walks in and everyone takes the piss out of him.
This
Space
is
Jam goes with everything.
another anime that I really want to see.
It does.
It reminds me a lot of, at first glance, of stuff like Romance of the 12 Kingdoms, or in this case, stuff like Princess and the Pilot, and I'm just really interested to see it. I think it looks really solid.
It does sound very interesting.
It's a shoujo, which is
yeah,
why I'm really
shoujo.
interested in that fact, actually.
I found shoujo
Even
to
the
be less
name
hit or
sounds
miss and more hit.
interesting. The name is like it's probably been used so many times, but still, world is beautiful.
Yeah.
Like
I'm
I-
really-
I
For
kinda
some
like
reason,
that.
it reminds me of Sound of the Sky, Sora no Oto, and I don't know. I really like that one, and so I think I'm really gonna like this one.
yeah. Alright, the animation's the better, but that's alright. But yeah. But we're not talking about that right now. In fact, we're not talking about
Ari is
anything.
better than
We're talking about
that.
Soul
Oh,
Eater
God.
Not, made by Studio Bones, which is the
Which will either be amazing or,
Spin-off,
my
Soul
god,
Eater.
why the hell does this exist?
I like it. I thought Soul Eater Not was a cool manga. I liked it. I'm not gonna be watching this for some reason.
How
I'm
does
just
this
not.
connect to something?
I like the manga.
I like the manga, but I'm not watching the shit.
It's like
just
a
like-
spin-off manga.
Just like without
it is.
any.
It's a spin-off with characters that aren't as important as the main characters from the original series, but
So it's still
are
canon,
still
though, yeah.
kind of around.
It's still
Yeah.
it's still canon because it was made by the manga, and the manga's
Mhm.
over, by the way. Anyone who wanted to go read
Yes.
Soul Eater, the manga's over, 25 volumes. Check
Now
it.
would be the time to watch it.
Yeah, no. Although the anime adaptation of it, although good, is incomplete, sadly, and I don't think it ever will be.
So it's essentially railgunning.
Yeah, it is very railgun. In pedigree.
In pedigree.
Yeah.
Yeah, pedigree is my word of the day, man. I've used it like twice already. Shout out to Purina Dog Chow. But it's an anime that I think will
Such a weird.
either work on a multitude of levels or it just won't. I'm really hoping it does work. Because if there's any... The biggest flag, right, is it's a spin-off by Bones, and Bones sequels / spin-offs are notorious for just being awful.
Yeah.
They do
Um,
good remakes though.
They do really good remakes, but they're spin-offs, man.
FMA Brotherhood.
What the fuck
It's not,
happens?
it's not an in-house spin-off though. They have source material to work from.
Yes, that's at
This is
least
not
the
going to
very...
be. This is not going to be Soul Eater AO. This is not
Yeah.
Soul Eater Astral Ocean.
Yeah, this is not Soul Eater ABCD. This is Soul Eater not. It's not any of those. It's Soul Eater
It's
not.
not even Soul Eater. Man.
It's
not
it's
Soul
not
Eater.
even
It's
It's
Soul
not
Eater.
sitting.
Eater.
It's just like, is this going to make Soul Eater? No.
Not.
No, it's not.
Not.
Boom.
It's
Here's
not.
the joke for every review of
Psych.
this show.
It stands for normally overcome targets. Man.
Bullshit.
That's really
the
fucking
worst
convoluted. I'm sorry.
Acronym.
Yeah, not an over.
Soul Eater Psych.
But yeah. And
That's
so
just...
it's an ecchi show by Bones. I almost want to watch the original Bones adaptation because I've read the manga as well, but I've seen
Yeah.
the first set of DVDs, which is the 1 through 13 of Soul Eater, and I've never seen all of it. Then because of that, would really like to see how they handled it and where exactly it stopped, because I'm unaware of both of those things, really.
From what I gather, if you've read the manga, you're going to hate the ending of the anime. But if you
brilliant.
haven't read the manga, you will think the ending's probably okay.
Oh,
Okay,
well,
fine.
that's
ending's
not a
okay.
not a good day for me then. But that happens.
But either way, I'm not gonna watch this because I haven't seen Soul Eater. But it's just more money in Bones' pockets because Soul Eater is such a popular property.
Yeah, which actually goes back to the whole thing
Yeah.
with, like, you know, bringing back IPs. You know, Soul Eater Not is a really good example of, again, reviving the dead. You know, just Karawa's.
Well, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if in a few seasons Bones turns around and just remakes Soul Eater now that it's done, like they did with
Yeah,
Brotherhood.
I wouldn't be surprised, actually.
I think that would be a
This
really
could be
good idea.
this could be like the way to gauge the market, honestly.
I think
It might be exactly what
I
it
think
is.
that's actually exactly
Yeah,
what it
That's
is.
a good point.
No,
I
and
think
if-
Soul Eater's still got a pretty huge market, or maybe it's just that it's still got a decent following over here because
the West has got
Yeah.
a huge following.
because it has got a huge following. Like you go to any anime convention, you will see like
Every-
6,000 Death
Yeah.
Kids walking around.
Yeah, there's so much merchandise
Yeah,
for
Death the
it.
Kid's the most popular one.
Yeah, because he's quirky and stupid like the people who watch it. But
Eh,
Oh,
but it's
but not as bad as the people who watch the next show on our list.
yeah, but yeah,
Why
Oh,
does
Heart of the
Taku-
Cards.
but yeah.
Heart of the Cards.
We were talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5.
Do we really need to talk about
surely,
Yu-Gi-Oh!
surely
Arc
that's a
5?
working title. They're going to come up with some stupid name for it.
Surely they didn't give up that fast.
Because all we know is
But,
that it's,
Wait,
it's
wait,
a new
so-
Yu-Gi-Oh! project
Wait, so this is
with new main
this
characters.
is the sequel to Vanguard. This is the sequel to Vanguard.
This is the sequel to Zekels.
Well, think about it. It's the fifth Yu-Gi-Oh series, so that's where the 5 comes from. And then if they just say, well, every series is its own arc, this is arc
Yeah. This
5.
is going to
Seems
have a
like a
new
long
title.
way to go
Guys,
for a title.
It's the sequel to Vanguard.
It's like the last one was called Zexal for crying out
Yeah,
loud.
so
They're
you
gonna
got
come up with
Zexel, and
something
then before that
crazy
you
to
had
call it.
5Ds, and then before that you had GX, and before that you had Yu-Gi Ho. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, that covers the
Why,
series.
why did I find that funny? That was a terrible joke.
You're welcome.
Because you're a terrible person.
I am a terrible person. I'll
And that does
happily
cover the series. There's only one thing I'd like to make note of for you guys that I would like to mention, and that is the films. Out of the films, there's only 4 films I'd like to mention, and that's all because of the same reason. And that's Harmonine, the Kuro no Tsumukitsu, the Oki 1 Ninsen, Chisa 2 Ninsen, and Peril no Mai Shima. Those are all films for the new 2014 Wakate Animation Ikutse Projecto 2014, which is in English the 2014 Young Animators training project, which previously last year made 2 really good ones that I really liked, which was Death Billiards and Little Witch Academia.
So are these going to be really short then, Holden?
Yeah, these are both very short films. These are both funded by the Japanese government to make animators more efficient, I guess, to
cool.
battle harden them. Little Witch Academia, you know, as much as I like it overall, you know, as many problems as I have with it, and I really am upset, you know, that it's getting a second one, but it's crowdfunded, so, you know, they really deserve it if they
It's no Inferno.
the demand was there. But I wasn't the biggest fan of it, but I liked it nonetheless. So, and I really like short form narrative anime that are self-contained because it's really rare. And I myself have just really fascinated with it since I'm in, you know, the process of, you know, always developing and owning short stories. So stuff like this always really interests me, and they're really short watches. So I highly recommend watching all 4 of them whenever they do become available. Because God knows they're not going to be simulcasted. There's going to be some like.
Unless something's like Little Witch Academia and like just shows up everywhere.
Little Witch Academia was the heavy
on
hitter,
YouTube.
although Death Billiards was the one that if you haven't watched Death Billiards, I highly recommend watching Death Billiards. It's a 23-minute commitment by Madhouse. Oh my god, it's
I've
really
heard
good.
it's really fucking
Oh,
good.
it's
I'll watch
really
it at some
fucking
point.
I've heard it's good. I really want to watch it.
Really good. It's a low commitment anime basically. But yeah, that's the last thing I'd like to mention. So unless anyone has anything
And,
else to mention.
Well, shout outs to talk about Tamako Love Story. Yeah. The thing is, the one thing that Tamako Market was sorely missing for me was romance. I thought the story between her and what was his name? Was he? Yeah, I thought that could have that was really cute how they kind of portrayed that in the series, and I really wanted to see it go further. And surely this is what that is. This is a film about that, seeing as it's called Tamako Love Story. And if it's not about that, there's no other romance they could be going down in.
Their love of Tamako.
And there's no Yuri on the genre. so
Playing
we're good
around
with
with
that.
Yuri is a lot of fun.
Yeah, if you play around with Yuri though, you're gonna get burned. So I wouldn't recommend
Well, actually,
doing that
within
too
a
much.
film, because like, what's that Yuri show this season that was pretty good?
Sakura trick?
Oh, it's
Yeah,
like a
Sakura
trick.
Trick. It started out really good, and it's just really fucking boring now. Because it just kept doing the same thing.
Oh,
When you go tongue deep in the first episode, from there on out, it's just kind of flatlined.
Yeah. Well,
that's a thing now. Tongue deep.
tongue
Yeah.
deep. Yeah. It's when your penis falls off, or you just don't want to use it. Just can't get off your chastity belt.
Yeah, I am. Either way, I'm really looking forward to Tamako Love Story because I want to see more. I want to see how that relationship works out. And if the thing being called Tamako Love Story and that's not what this film is about, I'm just gonna
Shoot
over to
everyone.
Japan and punch someone in the
Shoot
face.
everyone.
Shoot everyone.
My ship needs to set sail.
Hopefully, it's not the K-On! Movie, and it's instead the disappearance of Haru Suzumiya.
The K-On! Movie was brilliant, Holden. Shut up. The K-On! Movie was like the best thing out of that franchise. I fucking love that thing.
Oh God.
Oh man.
And on that
Oh.
bombshell.
And the K-On! movie was great.
Oh
I love that
man.
film.
I didn't know we were lying today. No, it's all right, but it's
No, it's really
nowhere
I
near
love it.
the disappearance of Haru Suzumiya.
Holden,
That's what
they're
I'm comparing to.
incomparable. You can't compare them. They're so different.
But I can, and people say I can't, and fuck those people, because I can do whatever I want. Because I'm in America right now, not North
the
Korea.
Ibis, London
Shout out to
City.
Suin. But yeah, I'm with Tristan. The
Not
other thing
in
is, on
Korea.
that bombshell, we do need to end this and disappear ourselves. So, with me today, I've got my main man Tristan, who brought us all to attention.
Stay frosty, everyone.
My man Alan from Black Shift.
Stay backatastic.
Are you actually going to go with that?
Sarah.
Sure. Why not?
Sarah from 42 Believer.
Until next time, have a great day, everyone.
And my man Ken from Full Circle.
Thanks for dealing with me for an hour and a half.
No problem. And I'm Holden from
It's been
Holden
like 2
Reviews.
hours.
2 hours.
It's 2 hours.
Really?
Yeah, it's been 2 hours, Ken.
What?
Thanks, guys.
But yeah.
Putting up with us.
Okay.
Thanks for dealing with our shitty opinion.
From everyone here, and more importantly, myself, Holden, we'd like to hope that this season's gonna be good, better than last, to say the least. But yeah, I think that's all we gotta say right
Yeah.
now.
Fuck Love Live.
Fuck Love Live.
For the love of Moe.
Yuri is the best thing.
Team hype!
It's amazing.
Chris Hansen, welcome.
Sakura Trick saving anime.
Sakura
Sakura
Trick.
Trick is shaping.
Being bisexual is the best thing ever.
Hey,
Hi, Potato.
hey, Ken, do you hear that?
What?
Oh God.
It's Chris Hansen knocking on your door.
What?